under a second for the first time.
Right. Are we back? I do hope so. I do hope so. Woo! Dearie me. What an absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare. I hope you're okay out there. I hope you can see me. I hope you can hear me. What an absolute nightmare. Honestly. Absolute nightmare. Yeah, we're good, Trent. We're good, mate. We're good. Oh, got it sorted. Oh, my word. Got it sorted just in time for 2 laps to go. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We are back. We are back, we are back, we are back. Do you want to know what it was? Hoggy helped me with this. Absolute hero. Thank you so much, Hoggy. It was this camera. Was listening to my audio and giving it back to me. Oh, what a nightmare. Right. Let's go. Oh, where there is a will, there's a way, everybody. Where there's a will, there is a way. I am so sorry that we had issues like that. So sorry. But we're good now. We're good now. So what we've got is we've got Sasaki from Moriyama from Kodaka. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, it's not always going to be pretty, but we got it sorted. Thank you for the 1,000 joules, by the way, Joseph. Oh, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. And we're going to be here now. Now that I've actually fixed this, we're going to be back here till the end. Thank you, Hoggy. It sounds like I'm in a tin can. Don't say that. Don't say that. Right, final lap. Let's go. Guys, is the sound okay? Can you give me a yay or a nay? Is the sound okay? Well, I thought I saw it. Don't tell me. Yeah, it's good. Or in a cave. Oh, right. Should be fine. It's good. Right, it's good, it's good, it's good. Not as crisp as usual. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go. He's got the inside though. Side by side they go on the exit of the corner. They're going to come down to the braking zone of turn 10. Moriyama will have the inside line. If he can hold track position, he'll hold off the challenge of Kodaka, who ducks back into the slipstream. Then surely will die. He's trying to set him up. He's going to try and go around the outside. Kodaka tries to go the long way round. They're going to flick it into the left hand, and the Lamborghini's there on the apron to the corner. Wow. Checkered flag with just one more second. Thanks, Space Pig. He's going to try and go back on the inside. Got second place against his countryman then, and there's just a couple of. It's fine, but not our usual perfection. Okay, mate. But ending on the line, Kodaka's on the curb. Side by side, they still go as they come through into the final turn. It's Lamborghini versus. Wow! 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 Porsche is going to win this one on the soft combat of tyres. Has he got enough? Right to the line between Kodaka and Moriyama here in the Manufacturers' Cup in Tokyo. To the checkered flag we go. Is it going to be enough? 2 wins in 2 races, but who gets second at the line? Kodaka versus Moriyama, and Kodaka gets it. Wow! 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 What a finish! Wow. I mean, that is exactly what we want to see. Sheesh. Tom, you say the returning veteran versus a man making his debut. What a debut that is. Supposedly incredible. Here. He'll be upset that he couldn't quite keep incredible. So is it not sound? Can you give me a yay or a nay? Does it sound all right now or not? But of course, on his own at the front there, Sasaki making that. Let me know. The second win in a row. It should be absolutely fine. Here is a replay of that last lap. Look how close they get. They're both in the side draft of each other, and just at the line there. Had it been only a couple of more meters, that Moriyama would have taken that away from Kodaka. But sounds like I'm in a fight tank. Kodaka just about got there first. An amazing race. Absolutely sensational, and a great job from Jun Hishida in the Ferrari. Let me just try something here. So this should sound fine, right? Because I've silenced this bad boy. Right, so that covers me. That covers me. So that doesn't cover me, which is good. So it should be okay. So Hoggy, why would it not have podcast sound again?
Sasaki at the start of this saying he doesn't always have the ultimate pace, but there he showed his experience and knowledge of the car and circuit, and really delivered to where it matters, as you say, Tom. And that
was better briefly.
It was just raining a little bit. He was able to put out 2 seconds, and that gap was it. That decided the race for him.
Now doubled.
At that pace, he'll be, as you can see, he was elated with that.
Guys, maybe this is just not meant to be today.
His first win.
Maybe this is not meant to be.
He has achieved victories before as part of teams, but to be there and really make that difference, that's the first time I've seen that.
Problem is, if I go back one step,
from Takuma Sasaki, great for Porsche as well to make it 2 wins in 2 Gran Turismo
Wow.
Series events in 2026. Let's have a look at some highlights.
I don't think it's meant to be.
Dramatic style with Sasaki getting the race lead.
Yeah, but one step back is when I can see it. Look, so if I go back here, yeah, so if I go capture audio only. So how's that? Use custom audio device. How's that now? Is that any better? Is that any better? Or is it still thinking, how you doing with Ben? Thank you for the 5 meg, watch that back. If you can, you nailed it in the middle of the entire deal with the covered part.
Like a freight train in the middle part.
So,
yeah, it was a tricky
I don't know. I don't know, guys. I think I might just have to call this one. I don't think I can do it. I just do not understand. And I don't want to put rubbish out there, so I don't know. I don't know.
Came down towards the end of the race, and of course, here's that amazing finish between these two. Literally, had it been a couple more meters, I think the Moriarty.
Yeah, I just don't get it.
Yeah, sensational end to that one.
It's like I had reverb on the mic.
Could you want? Let's get confirmation of the results though. It's Takuma Sasaki who takes
every day is a school day.
2 wins in 2 GT1
yes,
series.
disaster. Absolute disaster.
For Lamborghini in second. Moriyama on his debut in third.
There is a solution.
And then Sai Suzuki
I don't know if there is.
Finishes. Ultimately, Morimoto's got to be bitterly disappointed with how that worked.
We had it.
Well, let's hear from our winner.
The winner of Round 2 for the Manufacturers' Cup, Takuma Sasaki.
I think it's because this camera that I'm looking at is listening.
You like me
which
saying
is
that?
stupid.
It's good for me to say that, yeah.
今の聞けてよかったでしょいやもうそれはもうもちろん Of course
So obviously, you know, you took first position pretty early.
Yeah, I don't know.
And you just look sort of comfortable, but I mean, I know
audio is cooked. Yeah.
Isn't always, you know, the case.
Was it a comfortable drive for you?
割と早めにもうポールについて結構もうもう落ち着いた感じで走ってたような気がしたんですけど、私の視点は
How's this? Is that better?
とはまた違うからどうです
Is that okay? Hopefully that's all right. Is the audio still cooked? Or have we finally worked it out?
来るかもわからないし、最後まで気が抜けないので全然余裕じゃ
ないです。
Yeah, so this time, you know,
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is?
With the rain coming,
it's this camera in here is picking up audio.
There was no time for me to relax at all.
Yeah, I mean, it looks.
I could honestly, I could smash that camera to pieces. It's taken me the entire race to fix it. EV10 audio.
そうですね、車自体はすごく相性が良かったんで、天候変化がやっぱりすごく大事なのかなと思って。
EV10 audio, keep off.
雨のタイヤに変えるのかでタイヤが
James, thank you for becoming channel member, mate. Right. It was just what an absolute nightmare. Thank you, Alan, for the 199, mate. 10 points to Gryffindor.
Yeah, so I mean, this time the weather.
Oh,
was
guys.
You know, the car itself was great.
I can't tell you how
just the weather that was really
disappointed I am with that.
You know, the random
I can't believe I've done that.
Know what's going to happen.
Thanks, LVP.
So it was really kind of a gamble to get on those tires.
It's taken me an hour and a half to fix that.
But that worked out. You know, it paid off.
I mean, you did okay.
So now you know if it echoes again, it's the camera audio. Yes.
Is Papa Serrano happy with you now?
セラノパパは喜んでくれると思いますか。
Nightmare. Absolute nightmare. I'm so sorry. But at least we got it sorted for the.
And now
for the Nations Cup, which is good. We can watch that. Gotta love technology.
When you came in, helped.
I don't know why that has done that though. Honestly, I've got no idea. Just keep going. Just keep going. Anyway, we're back now.
ワクワクしてますよっていうのは心から表現することによってレースをより楽しめるかなって思うんで、まあ自分の
Yeah, I think if any other content creators like, oh, I've never had audio issues, I think they would have been very, very lucky. Aiden Ram.
It's a good strategy. You all need better signature dances. So
I once said bad things on stream, not realizing the cam mic was unmuted. Right, but we're back in the game. We're back in the game, ready for the next race. Come on. And we've learnt, haven't we? We've learnt.
Let's give him a huge round of
What
applause.
an
That's our
absolute
Manufacturers Cup winner, round
frigging disaster. Thanks, Jikov. My PC would have been in the bin already.
Do you want your prize now? Would you like your prize now?
プライズもらいましょうか。
はい、お願いします。
Let's get the podiums then. Get him his prize.
What did I learn? I learned that my camera was listening to my audio. Right, so let's listen to this.
The World Series points rankings, though, after 2 rounds in 26. So it's 2 wins from 2 rounds so far for the German manufacturer,
wow.
Continuing their superlative form from 2025. Porsche leading their
Craig. No.
third in the standings.
We're good,
Audi,
mate.
Mazda, and
yeah, these guys are so insanely good. Yeah.
The final point scorers. Don't forget to vote for your Dunlop driver of the day on YouTube as well. Sasaki, Kadaka, or Moriyama. Which of those 3 drivers do you think has put in the strongest performance?
You used the word bin, did you, Trent?
Nice,
mate.
Tonight.
Right, let's go. Are we streaming next week? Yeah, we're back next week. Hopefully with no echo.
Well, just moments away then from the podium ceremony about to begin. And let's welcome our drivers then on to the stage.
Yeah, we're good. Thank you, Alan.
Weekend here for the Gran Turismo World Series in 2026 for the Manufacturers Cup. Our top 3 finishers welcoming themselves and being welcomed by the crowd here in Polyphony.
What is insane is that this is at where they made Gran Turismo. How mad is this?
To enjoy the podium celebrations. 3rd place for Sota Moriyama for Audi. The 18-year-old making his debut in
really tight in there. Look how tight it is. I didn't realise that.
In Tokyo. And
look how close all the rigs are.
Onto the world stage here. For 2nd place for Yuki Kadaka. He'll be absolutely delighted with that. 19 thousandths of a second separating himself and Moriyama at the checkered flag, and a great return to the rostrum for the Italian manufacturer. But for Porsche then, it's Takuma Sasaki who makes it 2 wins.
Tell you what, these Japanese guys are so respectful. It's incredible.
Of the podium for his first time this season and for Porsche's 2nd. Celebrations then about to begin, but before we present the trophies, it's now time for the national anthem.
I'm sure they will do one day, Mitty. A big Polyphony museum, yeah. I can't believe how badly that first stream went. I am blown away. Right, let's go. 1k viewer average, not bad, Rory. There won't be 1,000 people watching now. Not after that rubbish. I'm having to go onto the other stream and just say I'm really sorry about that. We'll fix it. Or we have now fixed it.
Our winning manufacturer here for the GT World Series in Tokyo. And it plays out for Takuma Sasaki.
Right, let's go.
As well. And now time for the trophies to be presented to our top 3 finishers. Third place for Sota Moriyama, the 18-year-old driving for Audi's debut event. And what a way to announce yourself as part of some of the greats in Gran Turismo. For second place there, Yuki Kodaka, returning after a 3-year absence as well. And for Takuma Sasaki.
Right, let's go.
Part of the team that won the Manufacturers' Cup in 2025 as well. Dunlop's Katsumi Kasai presenting the 3rd and 2nd place trophies. First of all there to Sota Moriyama. Pole position and a podium at his first ever event. Very well done to that young man.
Sorted. Sorted.
Lamborghini, a great return to the rostrum as well after a fair few years in the doldrums. It has
well, at least we can enjoy the Nations Cup.
I'll be delighted with that one, especially after how things worked out at the opening round of
that was bizarre.
Where they failed to finish.
They've got some new trophies.
Checkered flag, and they bounce back to a podium position.
I've never seen those trophies before.
With Kodaka behind the wheel, really getting the better of those conditions and having a fantastic strategy call with those medium tyres towards the end of the race.
Has anyone else in those?
The man who really made the difference at the sharp end was Takuma Sasaki. What a fantastic drive from him. Ultimately, the final stint of that one just giving him enough of a buffer over the rest of the field. Holding his nerve when others faltered. Making it 2 wins in 2 rounds for Porsche. His first win of the season as well. It's Takuma Sasaki and Porsche who are on top then here in Tokyo.
Oh, I feel like I can relax now.
Kazunori Yamauchi presenting the Winners' Trophy, the Gran Turismo Series producer. And sheer delight.
Did I ever get a trophy? No, I didn't get a trophy. No, I didn't get a trophy.
Honestly, we spoke about it a couple of times. Sasaki is able to make that difference in those tricky conditions. And that's
there's one more race. Don't worry about that.
We have to give a special mention to Moriyama.
Thank you, Matthew, mate.
Pole position under huge pressure and managing a podium in very, very tricky conditions.
And that is round 2 of the Manufacturers' Cup of the Gran Turismo World Series finished. But don't go anywhere as our never-ending, unrelenting quest to find the greatest sim racer in the world continues with the Nations Cup in a little bit. We'll see you soon. Goodbye.
Am I staying with you? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm staying with you. We're in for the long haul now. I can't believe that. I'll tell you what, actually, what we can do is, can I select who's going to win? I wonder if we can select who can win, who we're going to win with the Nations Cup. You lost prediction 1. Can we do prediction 2, I wonder? Maybe it's still open. Yeah, we'll have a look. Who are you going with? Who have you selected? Let me know. I'll tell you what though, everybody selects Serrano, right? But some of the, dare I say, old dogs, the old guard, you know, like Valerio Gallo always comes up big in the Nations Cup, Kylian Drumont as well, Kai de Bruyne, loads of people do, loads of people. Ura's great as well, yeah. To be honest, they're all great. To get to that level, they're all fantastic. Gallo always. Nice. PlayStation. Right. Coming up, round 2. Right. Should we select one? Let's come back out of here. And let's select, shall we? Can I select? Winners campaign, I guess it is. Is it winners campaign? I think I'm too late. I think I'm too late. No! Are we too late? No, we're too late. Oh, dear.
Tension is in the air as we get ready to get underway. Jose Serrano leads the field, followed by Kroll, followed by Sejak and Balding, etc. Kroll goes around the outside. We've seen this move many times already. Forcing Kroll to the outside.
See, this is new. I didn't even know you could do this, to be honest.
Serrano wins it for Porsche. Over the timeline and head towards the first corner with Moreno, Ura and Miyazono. Oh, big drama. Moreno's off. The pressure. Gallo and Miyazono challenge for the final 2 podium places. Oh, Gallo, he's hit the bus. Oh, Ura wins the Nations Cup.
I think. Who am I going to go with? I don't even know really. Who are we going with? I don't actually know. Probably. I don't know. Where is it? Where's the track? Does anyone know where the track is? F Gallo, that's a bit much. F Bernard. Oh, formerly Bernard. How to watch the race with the game? You go up to the top right, and it's up there. Deep Forest. Yes. Yes, Deep Forest. Deep Forest Reverse. Rexbull Red Bull 2019s. Oh, yes. Yep, in the Red Bulls, James, it's going to be a good one. So, but I think there's a way that let me show you the way that it kind of goes up. 1 second. Right. Yeah, let me show you. I'll talk you through it. Hang on. I'll get it on Instagram. Gran Turismo. And then there's like a guide. So, for the Nations Cup. So, qualifying. It's all at the. Oh, this is weird. Right. So, qualifying time trial is the first thing up. So what they'll have is the Red Bull 2019 competition at Deep Forest Raceway Reverse. A one lap attack to determine the sprint race grid. Okay. Then you'll have a sprint race, which is 8 laps. And you're selected from 12 production cars at Suzuka. The race to determine the grand final race grid. Contested using 12 production cars, each with their own Euro character. Right, so an 8 lap. So qualifying. So a 1 lap shootout to determine the grid for the sprint race, which is going to determine the grid for the grand final, right? So the qualifying time trials at Deep Forest. The sprint race is at Suzuka. And then the grand final is 35 laps. Again in the Red Bull X 2019s at Deep Forest Raceway Reverse. The top 6 drivers will be awarded World Series points, and it will be the race to determine the winner of the Nations Cup for round 2. Woo! It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Now that we understand what's going on, and now we've got no blimmin' sand issues, we're away. We're away. So with that in mind, I don't know who's going to win. I don't know. I'm going to go with. Oh, crikey. I don't know. Because some of the old guys, right? The old guys. Who's your guy? Calster, who's your guy, mate? I think some of the older guys are going to have used this car for years. Years and years and years and years. I mean, Ura's done it, hasn't he? I don't even know. Ah, Moreno. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Right, I'm gonna have to say something soon, aren't I? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna wait. Can I wait till the end of sprint qualifying? Because they're all great. Yeah, you're quite right, Jacob. They're all great. You can't even. Thank you for the 2 jewels. No, I can't do that. Damn it. Has to be. Thanks, Greggy, as well. It has to be before the thing. Hi, darling. All right, guys, please welcome my wife, Erin, to the stream. Darling, it's been a friggin' disaster. Friggin' disaster. I'm going to go. I'm going to go Valerio. No. I'm going to go Paul. I'm going to go Paul Ura. I'm going to go Paul Ura. I'm going to go. Yeah, that's him. Right, I've locked it in. I've locked it in. Pull the key, turn it away. That's it. That's us. That's us. That's us. That's us. Paul Ura. I am slightly biased because he's a lovely, lovely guy. Lovely, lovely guy is Paul. We've had many breakfasts around the world, have me and Paul. He's always been really nice. So, right, I'm going to go get my Y food quickly. You're going to have a guess it's a Spanish top 3. Crikey. He's not that tall, actually. He's quite short. Oh, that's nice, Peter. Erin, on behalf of all of us, thank you for showing another man it's possible to allow sim racing rig at home and have a healthy relationship. Well, I'm glad it looks like we've got a healthy relationship. We do tear chunks out of each other when we're not in, but which married couple doesn't? He's lovely, isn't he, Calster? Lovely. He's lovely. Yeah, he's honestly, he's really, really nice. They all are. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. I would say Guy Barbara stands out as a lovely guy as well. I'm trying to think who else. I mean, they're all, as I say, they're all nice. Killian, I get on really well with Killian Drummond. Carrazza is really nice as well. Everyone's cool. The only one you're a bit like, oh, I'm not sure if this man's going to throttle me or not, is Benelli. Benelli just walks around like he's ready to throw down at any moment. Quite an intimidating man, to be honest with you. Bit of a lone wolf is Benelli. Or do you know who else is very, very nice? Is Miyazono, an ex-teammate of mine. Really, really nice guy. Hello, Christopher. They are all nice, aren't they, Councillor? Well, to be honest, they all kind of like, everyone kind of knows each other anyway, because you guys would have raced at the top level. So, Councillor, they would have known you, or at least think they know you, way before you even get there, you know. What's really nice for me personally is they're all really nice to me when I go places. They're all really, really nice. Like, they don't have to be nice at all. Because they're the good guys, right? They're the good ones. I'm just hanging off the back of them, so to speak. Claim the reward cars. I don't know, Shadows. Am I going to give what another go, Loku? Watchalongs? Yeah, I think so. The first one, we had our issues. Yeah, it's fair to say we had our issues. But we got through it and sorted it. That's the main thing. We didn't give up. We got it done. And that's a lot of stuff with everything, to be honest. It is really this whole YouTube game is about just not giving up, keep going. Things get thrown at you. I'm like Neo from the Matrix dodging bullets. Like it just, you have days and it's what you make of it, right? So yeah, we're going to persevere. It's not perfect, but we'll get it done. It's a bit frustrating that I've literally never had that problem before, but I have it on a Gran Turismo thingy.
Seriously?
Is this a joke?
It's making me look older. Hair dye? Too much hassle. And it looks so obvious. Or Alpecin Grey Attack shampoo.
Are you kidding me?
Just use it every day. Less grey for a younger look. Alpecin Grey Attack. It's so easy to look younger.
What's next? What's it going to be now? This is literally just quick. Let's skip. Quickly. What's the next advert going to be? Furniture Village. I think that's a sofa anyway. Quickly before the pills arrive. Right. I'm going to go for a wee. And I'm going to get myself a Y food, and then we're away. Steady on, Dennis. Absolute joke, that is. How dare they drop the Alpecin on me? They could have at least done Voy. Right. Back in a moment. I'm going to get my Y food. If you could hit that like button, or at least for the perseverance, that'd be lovely. If you could subscribe as well if you're new around here, if you haven't already as well. We are 36 subscribers away from 454,000. Let's go. The joke is, I've got YouTube Premium. Some wines. Right, I'm back in a moment. I'm back. Right. Let's go. Right. Let's settle down and try and do this again, shall we? Let's go. Down, 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 down. Ugh. Oh, are we a few seconds behind it? Crikey, we were. Can we go up to a higher resolution? Quality 480? No, let's go all the way up here, shall we? Pop it up to 2K. Come on. That's better. That looks better, doesn't it? Right, thank you to everyone who's watching. Thank you, stuck with us so far. Appreciate it. Sorry about the sound issues earlier, but we got through it. And by the way, exclamation mark Y food if you want 10% off Y food. Really? Fat cat? Oh. Right, one sec. Right, let's go. 3 minutes. Woo, Smokey. Appreciate it. Oh no, not the hidings. How was the holiday? I tell you what, it's just the week I've been having. Just the week I've been having. Right. But we got through it. No one's died. Everyone's all good. Hello there, Jerry. How are you, mate? Yeah, part 2. That normally doesn't bode well, does it? You know, something's gone awry when you see a part 2. Yeah, the audio went well. Thank you, Josh. We got there in the end. What it was the blimmin' camera was listening to me. Why the camera was listening to me, I never know. And it was relaying it back to me in my ear. And it was just like, oh my goodness. Just had an all-day breakfast down a pub. Nice. Thank you for the 380 joules. Camera audio nightmare. But I now know that's one of those things. It's just one of those things that you can tick off the list now. Oh, it's really annoying, James. Yeah, Calster, I'm not surprised, mate. I'm not surprised. What should you top your toast with? Some butter and Marmite. I would say, Fat Cat. That's what I say, mate. Let's go. 1 minute left. Some cheese as well. What is Marmite? Marmite is like Vegemite that hasn't been prepared by a fish. Do you know what I mean? No LMP2s. No. Nope. Negative. Are Australians fish? That's a very good question, Dennis. I don't think so. Right, this is perfect. I can hear things. The sound is going where it should do. Let's go. Oh, I want to go to Japan. Oh, I want to go so much. Go there then. I can't. I've got kids, man. And I'm a busy man, Kelster. I'm a busy
Hello
man.
and welcome to round 2 of the Gran Turismo World Series. We are still here in Tokyo. We're going to be back in December, of course, for the finals. So, you know, if you ever needed a reason to go to Tokyo, this is exactly it. We thought we'd take a little break at the
I don't know how I feel about this opening scene.
Rickshaw driver sweating through it, you know, for like a quiet
Poor
moment,
rickshaw driver.
You know, to answer the big questions, you know, like what's the meaning of life? What am I having for lunch? Will Takuma Miyazono be
He's
the
got
Spanish
no
one to
idea
Rafael
what she's
Ura
saying.
And Jose Serrano?
Not a
These
clue.
are big questions.
Where's Translator
Let's
Son?
find out. Should we go, Master? We'll find out. Let's go. Let's go. Round 2. Off we go. Yeah, no, but we actually have to go or we'll be late. Come on. This is exactly the same as Gran Turismo.
What a sensational introduction.
Tom's saying the same.
2026. It's time for Nations Cup action.
How they kept a straight face for that one. Thank you for the party app for the 20 joules. Let's go.
For round 2.
What am I watching? GP2 rickshaw driver. GP2 rickshaw driver. Right, guys, let's go. Who are we locking in? Lock in your pick. I'm locking in Ura.
I want to turn that down as well. And of course, in addition to the 1 million credits as well, a couple of bonus cards up for offer as well as part of our campaign. All you've got to do is watch along on the broadcast. You can see in the top right-hand corner there as well.
Rickshaw at Nordswen.
To get involved there, and here are the cards you'll be playing for as well. A lovely FD1 Vision GT or a stealth version of the 787B. That looks nice and black.
Certainly, I always love the stealth cars on Gran Turismo, and this is no exception. Well, that's all you got to do is predict the winner. Easier said than done, however.
This music, when you're in the arena and this music happens, it's incredible. And she's doing this without a teleprompter or anything.
Today. Master's amazing. I'm going to try and get him to come to the finals in Tokyo because I think he'd just be a brilliant addition to the Gran Turismo family, frankly. Now, as we're still here at PDI, I thought, you know, I would just talk to just any old random employee that I could find. Hello, sir. Are you a fan of Gran Turismo?
Yamauchi-san says that he's a huge fan. He has been for 30 years.
Okay.
Very good.
So you are a fan, I hope. Yamauchi-san, what is your
Oh, I know, mate. I miss Calstra. I wish I was there for Milan, but I was at a wedding.
Where this many interesting people working together. So every day.
Oh, let's move the old pointer.
I didn't know you were fluent, Tom.
There's many things you don't know about me, Jimmy. Fluency in Japanese, apparently, is one of them. Who'd have thought it?
Fantastic experience.
I think I agree. Do you
Yeah,
agree?
Julia Hardy, yeah.
Thank you to Jules and her vast array of big ties there on the ground as well.
She's got another very big tie on.
So we've got so much incredible racing still to come, but as earlier I was talking about, personally, I think this is one of the coolest offices I've ever been in, and everyone here seems to agree, so they gave some of the competitors a tour. Let's take a look.
This will be cool. A tour around the offices. Wow. Could you imagine?
Well, it's time then to meet our 12 drivers who will be taken to the stage in the Nations Cup. First up, we meet Adriano Carrazza, the Brazilian driver, a stalwart of the GT World Series. Been here for many, many years. Qualified first in the online regions to get himself into the championship for 2026. Guy Barbara as well. Let's see what the Australian is going to be able to do. Difficult time for him last time out when we went to Milan, finished P11, no points on the board for him so far. Samuel Moreno, hero to zero sort of stuff, won his first ever race, ended up in the
What's
Gravel Cup, though,
what's
in
Moreno's
the
username?
here
Does anyone know? I'd love to see the usernames of people.
Valerio Gallo, the Italian who broke so many hearts on the home ground in Italy, ended up in the gravel in the final stages of the race. Ultimately, P9 was all he could encourage for there, but he'll be hoping for...
N2 Marino. Okay.
The second of our Brazilian drivers makes his way on to the stage as well. In the Central and South America region is, of course, where he qualified from.
He's lovely as well.
Wins to his name. Sam Cardinal.
Sam Cardinal's a nice guy.
Canadian driver. Sam, just 19 years of age, one GT event World Series win in 2025 as well. Next up, we meet Ryota Kokuman, Japanese driver making his way on to the stage. The first of our point scorers from Milan. And then next up is Kilian Drumont.
He's going to win something someday. He's going to win something someday. This guy is good.
Making his way on to the stage here. They do indeed. Here is Kilian Drumont.
Is that the Spider-Man?
Who's, I think, going to be giving it large. No doubt about it for young Kilian.
How you doing, Oscar? For a good few years, yeah, guys, where is everyone watching this from today? Let us know. Let us know in chat where you're joining us from to watch this. My old teammate, go on.
Including most recently
go on, Miyazawa.
Back in 2024. Then we meet Jose Serrano, the reigning Nations Cup champion from 2025. Finished P2 on the road, though, last time out in Milan.
Nice. Look where everyone's watching from. Go on.
Paul Yora, the 21-year-old, also from
That's
Spain.
my pick for this.
When it was a team event back in 2023, leads the point standings as we head forwards, though, into the second round of the season. Well, those are your 12 drivers then making their way onto the stage. I've got to say, Jimmy, if it's anything like what we had in Milan back in May, I think we're in for a bit of a thriller.
Yeah, we always say about nations, don't we? Just the level of competition is so high now. Any single driver in this grid is capable of winning this race, and often have done in the past. Of course, Valerio Gallo, past champion, Miyazono, past champion as well, multiple times, and now current NLS driver as well. Paul Yora, Serrano, all incredibly fast drivers.
These boys are quick. Let's go.
Well, now then, time for the national anthem of our host nation here in Japan.
Quiet, chat. Be quiet. Shh, Maris. Shush. Very good. How you doing, Heat?
Well, the national anthem of Japan plays out then here in Tokyo.
This is quite a good song as well.
The GT World Series in 2026. Let's remind you of the competition format, though, for this season.
Right.
8 countries with 12 drivers competing across all 4 rounds of the championship this year.
So if you're in the Nations Cup, you go to every single event.
And then, of course,
this is it. Qualifying, that one-lap time attack. Then 2, you got the sprint race. So the qualifying sets out the grid for the sprint race, and the sprint race sets the grid for the final race, the grand final. So you've got to get it right straight away. From the first race, you've got to get it right, because if you have an issue in the first race, it puts you behind for the sprint race, which will put you behind for the grand final.
And all those points, of course, going towards the World Final later on this year at the start of December. So, all to play for.
Let's hear then from Kilian Drumont.
I'm here with Kilian Drumont, who is on pole. Just give him a big round of applause for accomplishing that. Yes.
Right, so what they've done is off-screen, they have done the hot laps already, so this will be the sprint race first, I think.
Every opportunity to get applause for anything, really. Obviously, you did, great in Milan. Like, how confident do you feel coming into this round?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident. I'm more confident than Milan, so yeah, I will push for be a good result, of course. So now is the sprint race. I'm pretty confident, and then I need to keep the concentrations.
Yeah, Jimmy's great. Jimmy and Tom are great.
You've been with us for a little while now. How have you seen sort of the competition? Is it getting harder every single round?
Yeah, that's
I
why
agree,
it's
Maris.
really complicated to be consistent.
I agree. One lap quali for all daily race
Don't
Cs.
the
It'd
game
be
like
good.
every day and practicing too much. So yeah, this is most important, I think.
To be honest, we didn't see much about the GR3 Evo.
Who, you know, sort of relentless. What's going to be your?
We didn't see much of it. I mean, it's cool. Another race, another car, right?
Listen, cover your ears.
Yeah, no, the most important is to be really happy at the end of the race. So yeah, the target is to get out the Spanish guys. Nah, I'm joking. That's he's winning everything. So I hope some new guys can be on the top. So yeah, let's say the race now.
Well, good luck. Good luck to all of you. Let's give them a big round of applause. That's our Nations Cup competitors. Yeah. And right now, we got a little bit of information about a Singapore time trial. Let's find out.
This is cool. This is cool. So are any of you watching from the APAC region?
The Singapore time trial then is going to be
Listen to this.
in Gran Turismo 7 on the 21st of August and will run for 2 weeks until the 4th of September. Participants from Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Thailand, South Korea, Malaysia and Indonesia are eligible.
So it's like South. Okay, right. So it's like Southeast Asia region.
Events plus 4 from the time trial as well will be a part of it. And don't forget, of course, tickets are on sale now for our event on the 3rd of October.
Hopefully I'll be there.
Well, this is how action looked when we kicked things off in Milan back in May. Samuel Moreno, the debutant, started it on pole position, followed by Paul Jura. We were at Monza in the Red Bull X 2019s, and we saw Valerio Gallo coming through like a storm to the delight of the home crowd in the opening stages. He was up through and into 3rd place.
See, I told you.
Yeah, these cars always produce amazing racing there. It means I guess it's slightly wrong. Serrano takes
all the really experienced guys do well.
Very strong showing from all the Spanish drivers, and we thought Moreno was going to win it until this moment. Just
I didn't see that.
In the braking zone of the Parabolica, round he goes and down the order.
Disappointing there for him. We saw Jose Serrano coming through as well on the soft tyres in the final 10 laps of the race. Then he got the better of Kai de Bruyne as well after a later pit stop for Serrano left him in with a really good position. De Bruyne then toppled down the order as Gallo went through for the final podium place, but he then came under pressure from Takuma Miyazono as they started squabbling. Ultimately though, for Gallo, he got onto the curb on the exit of the Della Roggia, ended up in the barrier. Disappointment for the Italian driver in front of his home crowd as Paul Jura stormed to the checkered flag to take the win.
I didn't see any of the grass tipping in that race.
Round of the GT World Series in the Nations Cup, followed by Serrano and followed by Takuma Miyazono. Over though to round 2 here in Tokyo, Deep Forest Raceway, qualifying time trial in the Red Bull X 2019s. A 1-lap time attack is what these drivers had to contend with earlier on today, and this is of course what
okay, so they've done this already
for the grand final. It's the Deep Forest Raceway though in reverse. Our first time ever using this as part of a World Series event.
Yeah, and that first, or what was usually the last corner, becomes the first corner now. Very fast hairpin, so big stop there, of course. Lots of aero load in these Red Bull X 2019, so you can really slow the car down heavy on the brakes. But anyway, we're moving now into the highlights of qualifying.
Oh, highlights of qualifying, fine.
Setting the early pace in the Red Bull X 2019. Here's Valerio Gallo, someone who's been very good in these cars over the course of his career.
Oh no, that is right. Yeah, fine. Okay. Sorry, I thought it was the sprint race for some reason.
Of the field provisionally.
Yeah, we're good now. We're good again, Bone Collector. Don't worry, mate. We're good.
Who is sitting in 4th in the standings going into this one was looking pretty handy out there. He knows how to.
Look how close that is, though. Look.
2019 machines, and you can see he was up on Valerio.
So there are at this point 2 tenths between 5th and 1st
at this stage in the session.
No, 1 tenth really.
You see those sweeping corners.
Guy Barbara put in a good time as well.
Beating the drivers who get it wrong on the outside.
With all due respect to Guy, he's normally a bit further down the back, but he's done really well in that one.
Balance the limit.
I haven't seen any of this yet.
Adhesion here, all in equal measure. Ultimately, though, he would be able to do it and take pole by less than 1/10 of a second provisionally. Paul Jura, the man who sits top of the standings, only 8th fastest ahead of the lineup.
So that would be a good story.
Race, meaning he's got a fair bit of work to do.
So Paul Ura, this is what we were talking about before, about like the one lap, the 1 lap hot lap. I mean, 2 tenths off and he's down in 8th. So he's going to have to make his way carefully up through the first sprint race, and then hopefully he can get a good place for the final one. But it's going to be here at Suzuka.
Yeah, exactly. And gone is Deep Forest Raceway for the time being, at least, because we move over
What
to
car is he
Suzuka
in?
and we move
Where is
over
it?
to
He's in a
production
GT3
cars for this one as well. So that's going to be hugely exciting. A reminder before we get there, though, of the time trial results from qualifying. So Drummond it is that will line up on pole for the sprint ahead of Gallo. Then it's Serrano.
I mean, you call it a sprint race. This is 8 laps. What's that, a 15-minute race at least? 20-minute race?
The points leader ahead of Takuma Miyazono, Sam Cardinal, and then the 2 Brazilians of Benelli and Carazza completing the 12-driver strong field. Only 4 tenths of a second there separating.
Has it got no wing
drivers.
on it?
How close do you want it?
Yeah, I mean, that's just how competitive it is here at these events. So you make one small mistake, you're at the back of the field as well. Now, of course, having a lap time here is good for your position in the sprint race, but it also determines which cars you get to pick for the sprint race as well.
Right then, let's get ready to
go. Right, let's go. I've picked Paul Ura, so he's got some work to do.
The Nations Cup, and here is how the field is going to look as they go down in towards that first corner. It was a cracking lap in the qualifying session for Kylian Drummond.
Here we go. Guys, if you are enjoying this, by the way, if you could hit that like button, that would be absolutely wonderful. If you could subscribe as well if you're new around here, if you haven't already as well. Let's sit back and enjoy this. No sound issues. We can just enjoy it. That thing is a monster.
Next up, it is Guy Barbara.
That thing will be difficult to stop. Oh, he's got the horn, isn't he? Come on, Paul.
In the Porsche 911 996, Kazunori Yamauchi's actual car, that, believe it or not. Miyazono lines up inside the top 10, ahead of Sam Cardinal in the R32 Skyline. Lucas Benelli in the Subaru Impreza 22B, and Adriano Carazza in the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo from 1999, the Tommy Mäkinen edition car, of course, one of the most famous machines as well. So a plethora of different machinery up and down the grid, and that's what I love about these races here, Jimmy, is where else would you get this sort of machinery racing against one another?
Yeah, I say it often, but this is just prime Gran Turismo.
Yeah,
this is exactly
I agree, Jimmy. Yeah,
growing up, it's just the variants of cars, and they're all racing together. And it's
like the Ferrari's going to be so quick down the straight in comparison to like the Spoon and the Spoon 2000 and stuff.
The S2000, you couldn't have 2 more different cars, to be honest. One's a V6 mid-engine, one's a straight 4.2-litre front engine. So we'll see how they get on here as Drummond leads us down to T1. And getting through that one piece can be super important.
Absolutely. Well, 8 laps to go then to determine the grid for the grand final of the Nations Cup then here. So it's Drummond on pole position, followed by Valerio Gallo, then Jose Serrano.
And just to confirm, this is to set the grid for the grand final, which is where the points are given out. Well, not the grand final, but the final race in this, where the points are given out.
Interesting to see who will be able to get their braking points right, because it's quite a tight and
they're all on sports softs, aren't they?
Radius they come down the hill, and will anybody be able to make any moves in the opening stage? There's already been a
it's kicking off.
Going into the back there of Kai de Bruyne. And Benelli, I think,
Paul Ura's already got up 2 positions.
Involved in the mix there, so I think Guy Barbara's gone right to the back of the field, and De Bruyne topples his way down into.
These shots are so good.
Guy Barbara is probably the most consistent driver to get shoved off at T1, I think, in these events. Already down from 6th to 12th. He'll be.
There's an investigation.
Too surprised, but Drummond currently leading through the S's in the NSX. Behind, it seems that Kokubun and Moreno close right up on Serrano there.
Yeah, I agree, Barry. I said that Ferrari would be difficult to stop, didn't I? That Lambo's so quick in a straight line as well. Whoa, Miyazono. Oh, so Kai.
Onto the curb and just about managed to gather it up. I tell you what's going to be interesting here, Jimmy, is obviously you've got a mixture of different.
Oh, we got a send.
But also, as you see, a move being made there with the Lamborghini Diablo on the inside, a bit of contact with Ryota Kokubun and San Moreno, is that you've got different drivetrains in this. You've got front engine, rear wheel drive. You've got a bit of mid engine in there. You've got a 4-wheel drive car with the Nissan GTRs and the Skylines in the mix there as well. So it's a case of probably different cars are going to be stronger at different points throughout this lap.
One amazing thing about these old GTRs, I'm not so much sure about the R34, but the R32 has that variable torque.
There's some way that he just caresses it out of the corner. It's crazy. I'm interested to see how much quicker this thing is than the spoon.
He goes, oh, is my car getting out of shape here? I'm going to apply a
Is he going for it? No.
So it's rear-wheel drive, then four-wheel drive, which is super amazing, of course.
And also, these guys aren't necessarily going to want to, or well, they might do, I don't know, but they're going to be thinking about their, you know, their position for the next race. So it might be okay to just chill in second or third or whatever, because there's no points in this one. The points are given out in the next one. How you doing, Pascal?
Behind the Italian who sits in second at the moment. Serrano, Cockburn, Moreno, Poliura all in the mix there. Drummond in that Honda NSX using the sweet handling of that machine to his full advantage and just trying to clear off into the distance, not worry about anything happening behind.
Yeah, of course, the NSX first appearing as basically a Ferrari killer back in the day, and it was that. Incredibly fast, less power, better handling. And of course, the iteration.
Yeah, the grid's great, isn't it? What a grid.
Recent years have been always known for that, lightweight and agile. It's, you're seeing that right here, putting away at the front. The S2000 just about heading on to second there. But
so I think, you know, if you can be like in the top 5 on the grid, you'll be absolutely fine.
In that R34, I think.
But then the guys at the back are going to be pushing like crazy because they've got nothing to lose.
Couldn't make anything stick, but certainly looks to be quicker than the Japanese driver in the Ford GT of Cockburn, who sits in 4th place, maybe in towards the hairpin. There could be a bit of a lunge.
I don't know if you're allowed to bump draft in the finals, to be fair. Designated driver.
Once again, he did this last time around. Sort of forces the door open there on Cockburn. Makes his way.
Oh, he's giving him just enough room
to go through for 4th place here, but they run side by
that
side.
thing is a monster.
Threw it in front, and now it's inviting Poliura to the party as well. He might look at trying to launch something into the spoon curve, and it forces Cockburn to go defensive.
It looked like a fair move for me. It was a little bit aggressive, but that's racing, you know. Here comes Euro trying to do the same thing now. Cockburn is going to ride the curb on the outside, get a better exit on board now with Poliura.
No bump drafting. Okay.
In the slipstream, since that GT in front has just a bit more grunt, as does the Diablo, but as is usual with Porsches, they're a little bit quicker in the corners. So we'll see if Euro closes back up again. Oh, and meanwhile, there seems to be a change for 2nd place. Valerio Gallo, they're losing out to Serrano. So Serrano in the R34 GTR making a move. There it is.
These guys are mad.
The yellow S2000 of Valerio Gallo seems to be falling back.
It looks doable, but you've got no idea about how tough this is with these cars. These guys are literally just dancing, you know, dancing on the edge of grip. Madness.
For the grand final, Poliura, who sits in, what's he now at the moment, still in 6th place. He's made a couple of positions up from where he started, but certainly not making the impact that he'll have been hoping to do, and subsequently giving himself a fair bit of work to do, let's be honest, going into that grand final. A reminder that Euro is the points leader.
We need more cockpit shots. Hey,
second in this race, and
I'm not in control.
Lining up second on the grid for the grand final of Jose Serrano. Let's have another look at Moreno versus Cockburn.
Here we go, he's going to send it.
On or not. Moreno's there.
Oh.
I think it's all right. I think Cockburn left the door open. Moreno put the
A bit robust.
I mean, if he had,
that's okay.
Maybe turned in, you could argue that would be a unlawful contact from Moreno, but that was fine for me. Nothing wrong there. But someone else to mention, by the way, is Lucas Benelli. Up 4 places right now in the Impreza, the 22B. So
yeah, Benelli's doing well as well, yeah.
Also, the Brazilian drivers kind of always the bridesmaids, aren't they? They never quite manage to break through into the top few positions. But there's always ridiculous speed there. Let's talk of speed. We see Moreno there driving right into the back of Gallo there. I mean,
that's a bit less robust, or a bit less odd, really, I should say.
Yeah, I mean,
robust.
I always say this, you can't just drive through people. It doesn't matter if you're quicker on the corner exit than them. You can't just go drive into the back of them, because that's how, 1, you damage your car in real life, and 2, how you tend to pick up some penalties. But Moreno there showing he's definitely got his elbows out, and I mean, he's got the pace. No doubt, I think if he was to get through, he'd be right up to the back of Serrano straight away. But that's not racing. Gallo, of course, trying to keep him there for as long as possible.
Let's see how quick this thing is. I think that Lambo's going to be quick here.
At the top end of the rev range, it revs up to over 9,000 RPM at those machines, and they're fantastic cars when they're on song. But you have to almost sort of gear it down, really. So what I mean by
oh, Moreno's gone wide
on the exit of 130R. That might open the door here for Cockburn as they come through into the Casio triangle. I think the Spaniards just about got it.
I'm not really sure, Neil. I'm not really sure that wide, to be honest with you.
2 drivers waiting in tow.
I mean, I don't disagree with it, but I don't know why they.
Still vulnerable here to the the advances of Cockburn. Out of the final turn they go, and Ura is inviting himself to the party. Moreno knows that goes for a defensive line down to turn 1, but I think Cockburn's going to have the overspeed to try and sweep around the outside, or is he? No, that Lamborghini still pretty handy in a straight line. He runs it in deep with a shallower line into the first corner. Cockburn goes through, Ura's now on his inside, and Moreno goes from 4th down to 6th in the space of 1 corner.
Interesting. He's not handling that pressure very well as Moreno. We saw it as well in the last round of Milan. That had the potential to win a race and then went off on his own. It's what happens at these events. It's very different from driving.
Yeah, the pressure is so much, to be fair.
Do so, and the whole vibe of it can really change how things.
Hey, we've all been there. Look,
what happened to Moreno? Just a little bit.
He just runs wide. Too much money. Too much money. Too much speed going in.
But then, of course, his tyres are going to be dirty. He's coming into the chicane now, and then in the end had to just, what's the word, sacrifice, sorry, his exit onto out of the Casio triangle, which meant that he got passed by Cockburn.
I found that so interesting that incident basically unfolded about 5 corners before all the overtakes actually happened. You can see now Ura is getting the impetus to get through here on Ryota Cockburn as well. You've got to make sure these moves are really on here.
Benelli there as well.
Just about to say, yeah, right in the background of your picture. He's come through like a freight train. So often we've seen.
Cool, this is fascinating, isn't it? I really like this.
At the end of these GT World Series.
Benelli's coming.
He's looking pretty handy in the Subaru 22B. So this is the shallower line that Moreno had into the first corner. Can't scrap the speed off. Just runs a bit wide. Exactly as you say, what he did going in towards 130R. Cockburn goes through. Ura says, "Not very much," and he opens the door as well. And now Benelli has gone through a lot of them.
Wait, what? What we missed?
How's he managed that?
Benelli, we were just saying.
He's just taken 3 cars. Where's the replay?
Moreno and Ura. So all I can think has happened there is there might have been some contact down at Spoon, and then he's just made his way through as Moreno looks back at Benelli.
Let's have a look.
That in a second. So here is Benelli. Was I correct? Moreno looks up the inside of Ura.
Benelli gives a tap to Moreno there, and then Moreno goes into the side of Ura. So
Benelli calls that, you think?
A little bit, yeah. It's under
no, I think Moreno, caused that.
We're going through, and I tell you what, Miyazono did well to avoid it all unfolding in front of him, but he would have thought Moses was passing the seas. More contact between Miyazono and Ura. Supra versus Porsche then, 7th and 8th place, looking to try and change hands. Behind them you've got Sam Cardinal as Moreno goes.
Moreno's pretty robust, isn't he?
Benelli through the first corner. Benelli on the outside, he's going to have the inside line. It's okay if he goes onto the grass because he's got 4-wheel drive, but he does get the better eventually of Sam Moreno and goes through for 5th.
I would kind of like to see that as part of the event. Just, you know what, I'm going off-road. Rally style. Of course, the stewards would probably frown on that a little bit. But, yeah, Moreno's getting involved in every fight, it seems, and still going side by side. And when you're Drummond, Serrano, Gallo and Cockburn, you say, all right, mate, fine. You guys squabble. We'll just get on with things. So, right now...
Only just over the halfway point as well.
It's looking in front of them. But Benelli, we've not seen any steward intervention yet. Having a great race. Up 6 places.
Moreno's got himself a penalty there. 1 second for colliding with another car. Look up there.
He made the initial contact, slowed down. Benelli then went back into the back of him because of that. And yet Moreno, I think, really needs to dial it down a bit. He's doing it again. He's pushing the cars through the corner. At this rate, he's going to get a big slap from the stewards because you can't race like this in the GT World Series. They're very, very strict on contact. It seems every corner.
To be fair, though, I mean, we're all sitting here judging him. The amount of pressure he must be on. This is his first championship and his first, like, or his second appearance in the World Tour. I mean, I'd be terrible. So for him, you know, it's easy to judge when we're sitting here on our sofas and stuff as well.
Miyazono's under investigation for some illegal blocking, so Moreno's going to plummet right down to the back of the field then. Moves off the racing line and then moves over quite aggressively. I'm not sure on that either.
What is going on? What, has he lost his head?
Is he doing the wiggly thing? I missed it.
The open lobby driving. We don't like to see that in GT. We race fairly cleanly here. As Benelli makes his way, and of course the glorious R32 GTR passes the Diablo, a superior machine. You heard it here first.
No bias in this culture.
Let's have a look.
Let's have a look at Miyazono then. He's under investigation for illegal blocking. So here's his move. He was attacking against Paul Ura. It was all unfolding in front of him. Right.
Do they mean Paul Ura?
Yeah, I was going to say that would be Paul. Paul blocked that.
Hang on a minute.
Not Miyazono.
Miyazono's now around the outside of Paul Ura. He's repaid the favour down the start finish straight. There's a bit of contact through turn 1. Miyazono gets a bit of opposite lock on and does manage to get the position and hold it against Ura, who I think just...
He went to the grass, did he? Yeah, I think that was a reactive one from Ura down that straight then.
And there you go, warning point for Paul Ura for illegal blocking.
You're not too surprised to read that as Miyazono makes the place in the Supra up to P6, try and follow Benelli.
So is that like so I didn't see. So was that just the turny thing, or was he actually in the grass? Yeah, a little bit like Schumacher and Barrichello at Hungary, or a little bit. Was it Hungary? Or was it the Nürburgring GP, Pascal?
Cars, to be honest, but awesome to see them racing toe to toe like this as we come now down towards the hairpin. A great overtaking spot if you can get the car to the inside. Let's see if Euro can do that. He's a bit far back.
Sometimes you think about just chucking it in there, don't you?
Always remember watching.
It was grass.
When he was sending it through on the inside into there and just using other drivers as a bit of a doorstop, really, to get that car rotating.
To be fair, though, you can't. If they were doing it in the previous one, you can't then tell him not to, really.
As well, and I think Adriano Carrazza's in the mix there. He is, just at the back of your picture, but he's got a half-second penalty, presumably for some track limits violations. Mentioned to Guy Barber and Kai de Bruyne, they've lost 5 points.
And also, to get to this level, though, you need to have that killer instinct. You need to have that killer instinct. So these guys, it's sort of a bit like Formula 1, you know. You can't blame them for being. Carrazza's done a bit of grass dipping as well.
A three-way becomes a two-way then here.
For
8th position, this will be on the grid.
I hope they get rid of that. I really do.
I tell you what, for Ura, you've got to feel for
I really do.
Because ultimately, this is
all you need to do is just have a word with them and say anyone seen grass dipping is going to get a penalty, but maybe they think it's okay. But just like Formula 1, you know, the guys that are the most kind of cerebral, absolute winners. I mean, how many people these guys have had to beat out to get here? It takes a certain mentality to do it.
Every one of these drivers believes they're the best out on the circuit right now. So no one wants to give up a place. Everyone's trying to battle through to the front. And the result is you get these little squabbles. Now, speaking of squabbles, look who has closed in on Kylian Drumont. It's the one, the only Jose Serrano. One of the, have to be probably the fastest GT driver in the world.
Yeah, Cododromo though, but what they're doing is they're obviously, for me, not being told not to, because we've seen it and there's not been a penalty. So they're doing what they're allowed to do.
Well, yeah, four-wheel drive that R34. And
so yeah, we won't know
where its tyres out more. But we don't need to worry about that in a sprint race like this. Let's have a look at this between kind of.
I personally, in my view, I would like to see it. I would like to see it outed. Oh, we've all done that, haven't we?
And does a full pirouette, lovely in recovery as he just clips the barrier on the right-hand side, but not the fastest way around the circuit by any stretch of the imagination. Just to finish off that final thought there for the Honda NSX, just to give you an idea of this Type R model in particular that we're seeing in this race, of how nerdy it is. They had a special type of mesh developed for the gear gator to save about 20 grams, something along the lines of that.
Well, it's not enough, it seems, to fend off the turbo brick behind it. That is the GTR. Gotta love me a turbo brick, mate. Best car. Here he comes right now in the slipstream. The gap now down to under half a second. So
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. This is what we were talking about earlier. I'm not sure there's any point in Serrano going for this here. The risk is too high, and he's got a guaranteed front row spot. So if he goes for it, I don't think Drumont will battle it. And if he doesn't go for it, I can see why.
Set the grid for the next race, for the final. So what do you do here? Do you
Jimmy's saying it now.
Go for that pole position, or do you go, you know what, second's fine, front row start is fine, leave it Drumont? Because these guys could fight, have contact, and then be nowhere.
Yeah, and also
exactly.
There's fuel to consider in the grand final as well, fuel, tyre wear, etc. Yeah. And again, if you can follow the leader in the first part of the race, if you can sit there in second place, you can sort of react.
That's
to
very
what
true as well.
The is doing and develop your strategy on the fly.
Thank you to everyone who's watching, by the way, guys. If you could hit that like button, that would be wonderful.
Do you want to win the race?
Thank you so much. I think it's been steadily going up, isn't it, since since the sound issue. So thank you for sticking with me. I massively appreciate it.
History Nations Cup champion in 23. And of course 25, and Manufacturers Cup champion in 25 as well.
I did tell you though, these old guys.
Now closing in on
Kylian, I'm going to class him as an old guy.
They're very aware of how each other race. Lots of respect between them.
They know what they're doing.
Get to the last chicane where we might have a centre cross situation.
Hey, the parachuting.
Sector though for Kylian Drumont looks pretty good in that Honda NSX. I wonder if it's just a little bit lighter, and subsequently he's just got a bit more agility. But into the braking zone, so Laura can really stop that car properly, slam on the anchors. You can see Drumont.
No, I've never raced in this series. I'd love to, but I would get my I would get destroyed in this. Destroyed.
Serrano basically squared off the corner and just got on that gas in the four-wheel drive, whereas Drummond tried to carry the speed through. But here we go then, the last part of the course on the last lap into Spoon Curve.
Right, let's see what he does. This is it. What's he going to do?
I mean, coming onto a straight, that's where the Skyline's been quick historically over the last couple of laps, and now he's gaining right in the toe. This could be it for the lead, Tom.
Down the back straight we go in towards 130R. It's a brave driver who can pull off a move through there. Drummond knows that Serrano is coming through as well because he's going for the defensive line. Pulls back towards the right-hand side of the circuit, the left-hand side as we look at it, and does manage to retain the lead for now. Can Serrano invent something?
Serrano knows he's got 4 seconds behind him.
Drummond defends on the inside. Side by side they go. The Frenchman versus the Spaniard. Drummond has managed to hold through on the race lead as they exit out of the final.
Yeah, fair play, Killian. Fair play as well, Jose.
Surely he's going to take the win, and he does in the sprint race.
Well, they fought, but they didn't fight too hard, did they?
On to third position at the checkered flag from Kokeman Benelli, who managed to make a great run through the field to finish in P5. Paul Ura, the points leader, to remind you, will line up 6th on the grid for the grand final as well.
Yeah, great race there from Drummond and Serrano, showing us that it really does come down.
I get destroyed, AG. 100%. 100%. So, we've had the 1 lap hot laps, which set the grid for that race. That race is now finished. And now the finishing results here, the sprint race results, are now going to form the grid for the final race, which is coming up very, very shortly.
Good job also from Rios Cochran. Slightly quieter race from his perspective there in 4th position. Well, a fantastic race then. Let's go down and catch up with our winner and the pole sitter for the grand final in the Nations Cup, Kylian Drummond.
So I'm here with the winner of the sprint race.
They're just crazy, aren't they?
Drummond. How was that? I mean, it always looks comfortable from here, but I feel like having Serrano just constantly behind you at a distance you can see him is quite stressful.
Yeah, quite stressful, yeah, exactly. That year, well, Serrano was really fast, so I was a bit scared about my pace, sorry. But yeah, it was pretty similar, but he gained like 1/10 per lap. So yeah, I just need to manage my pace, and then pretty short pace on the short gaps on the end of the race. So 1 lap more.
James, my holiday was good, thank you. It wasn't where I thought it'd be, but it was good.
You were side by side, just in that kind of final lap. Were you panicking at that moment a little bit, or no?
On Suzuka, I know how to defend on this part of the track, so I just know I need to keep the inside.
Because there's also different levels to this.
So yeah, it's
like
it works, so
there's different tiers even at the world finals. I mean, like some of the top guys are quite a bit better than the guys who finish down towards the back. But they would just destroy everybody day to day.
Do you think you're at that stage yet? Have you reached that kind of zen state of mind?
I know really well the drivers, so I can say the weakness of drivers, but you never know because it's the competitions, it's the Gran Turismo. So yeah, every time it's changed. So yeah, and everyone improve a lot one per one. So it's changed a lot.
It's very, very true. Well, you've got the two, like got the pole and got the sprint. You've just got to keep it going now. What are you going to do? What's your strategy?
I can say no, I will not say no. I would say I would try to follow the guys and trust my strategy. I will be pretty confident. So yeah, I just need to make a good decision during the race. That's the most important. And yeah, trying to.
Right, I'm going to go for a quick year.
Well.
Quick year, quick wee.
That's it.
I think we
back in a sec.
A bit of luck here and there, don't we? Well, look, congratulations,
before the big race.
Let's
go.
Yeah. I guess we should probably, I don't know, maybe get the grand final underway. Just a thought.
Indeed, Jules. Thank you very much. Nice to hear there from Kylian Drummond. Some great thoughts ahead of the grand final. So then, the Deep Forest Raceway in reverse. This is going to be an exciting one. The first time we've ever raced on this configuration in the GT World Series. And, well, Red Bull X 2019s, they're not the easiest of cars to handle. Let's put it that way. Around a track like this where there's a lot of medium flowing speed corners and not a lot of room for error because there's walls either side of you, I think there could be some fireworks.
Yeah, basically T10 to T17 is all one big flowing chicane sequence, it seems. And the problem with that, if you're following someone in one of these cars, massive aero wash. It's very hard to keep the car close to the car behind. But that's part of the fun. Deep Forest Raceway reverse, as you say, Tom. It basically means your T1, which is T5 on here.
Right, let's go.
Down there is going to be.
So they're just about the race, are they?
extremely high speed entry, over 200 miles an hour.
Well, 35 laps around this circuit. It's a rolling start.
So here we go, grand final.
All drivers must use all compounds in this.
Oh,
race.
just wish him luck, Maris. Wish him luck.
Definitely an element of strategy.
So this is it, the final race. Deep Forest Raceway Reverse. 35 laps in the Red Bull X 2019 competitions. You've got to use racing hards, mediums, and softs. It's going to be really fascinating.
Just put all the power in there.
Oh, that's a nice touch.
We've given our strategy monkeys the task of giving us an idea of tyres, and here it is. So we think that maybe 10 laps maximum on the softs. Now, the reason why we highlight the soft tyres, because that is the tyre to be on. It's the fastest tyre by far here. It's about 0.8 of a second faster, 0.6 of a second faster than the medium, and then 1.2 faster than the medium, and then the hard tyre, sorry. So the hard tyre, as always, is lava. You want to spend the least amount of time on that as possible, but you must use all compounds, so it's a minimum of 2 stops. Will we see people trying to free stop?
Well, you certainly could do. I mean, if you look at the likes of Takuma Miyazono, who pioneered that strategy all of those years ago when Jimmy and I were a bit more baby-faced and certainly a bit less grey-haired.
Speak for yourself.
Well, hey now. It's been a long time since we've seen a 3-stop strategy like that, and I'd love to see something a little bit more like it. A reminder of the grid, though, for the grand final is Kylian Drumont will be on pole position with Jose Serrano alongside on that front row of the grid. Then it's Valerio Gallo, Ryota Kokubun, Lucas Bonelli, Paul Ura, Takuma Miyazono, Sam Moreno, Sam Cardinal, Adriano Carrazza, Guy Barbara, and then Kai de Bruyne.
Let's go.
We are just moments away from finding out who is the Round 2 Nations
How you doing, Debo?
winner for Gran Turismo World Series. PD,
Guys, if we do get to 1,000 viewers, let me know. Please spam those 1K emotes if we get there.
Who's going to be the winner of Round 2?
Here we go. This is it. Listen for the Jurassic Park bit at the end. Thank you, Tactful Lima. Very tactful of you. Right, listen. Listen for the Jurassic Park. Tell me if you hear it. Here it comes. Here it comes. Told you, Jurassic Park. Bobble Lizard, thank you for the 2, mate. I don't like tracing reverse. Well, not even this one. Not even this one. Thank you for the 2, mate, guys. Really chuck up our money bags for Bobble Lizard. Thank you, mate.
To be formed ahead of what is set to
Let's
be,
go.
I'm sure, an exciting 35-lapper. Kylian Drumont will line it up on pole position then after a fantastic job defending from Jose Serrano right down to the checkered flag in the sprint race a few moments ago. Head of row 2 is Valerio Gallo, the Italian driver who will be looking to make amends after a difficult end to life last time out in Milan. Kokubun alongside him. Then it's Lucas Bonelli. Fantastic job to fight through the field to finish P5 ahead of the points leader of Paul Ura, who's in 6th position. Then it's Takuma Miyazono, P7 for the former quadruple world champion, and the newcomer Sam Moreno, who's having a difficult time of things so far this weekend. Sam Cardinal, P9 for him, and Adriano Carrazza.
Who have I got? I picked 10. Paul Ura.
Final row of the grid occupied by Guy Barbara, and then Kai de Bruyne completing the field.
How was the first session? It was all right. We had some slight sound issues, but we're all good. We're back in the game. Right, so interesting. The top 6 have gone mediums. Miyazono is on the hards, so Moreno and Cardinal want to be getting past him ASAP.
Yeah, it's always a strange task to try and decide what tyres you want to start this race, because if you're on the hard tyre, you tend to end up just being in the way of everyone else and then losing what I like to say that clear running which you're all aiming for at the moment. A reminder of the live point ranking. Of course, that's going to change throughout the race, but if somehow
it's a nice
the
touch.
race finished as it was now, that'll be your standings. But of course, you've got 35 laps for that to change, and I'm sure that Serrano, Gallo, Kokubun and Bonelli all fancy themselves in finishing first in this race, and Drumont's going to do their best to try and stop that from happening.
Yep, tyre and fuel strategies.
I keep an eye on Moreno here. He'll be wanting to get past Miyazono ASAP, and he's been quite robust so
line,
far.
followed by Serrano, and then Valerio Gallo back. What is he going to look like when the chicken flag falls in 35 laps time? The lights go out, and we go racing for the grand final of the Nations Cup here at Deep Forest Raceway. In reverse, over the crest of the hill we go, and through into the fast sweeper of turn 1. Look as well at Gallo in the background, putting the pressure already onto Jose Serrano. Cockerman's in the mix there as well. Does Gallo have a big send on the inside? No, he cannot quite make his way through, but Jura can on Lucas Bonelli, and does manage to get the better of them. They're almost 4 abreast on the exit of the
Paul's
first
absolutely sent it on him, look.
Under investigation there as well by the race stewards, but Jura, sort of the big winner, really inside the top 5, and San Marino up 1 and 2 places respectively. And here comes Jose Serrano for the race lead on Kylian Drumont. Gets a bit of a tap from the Frenchman, who tries to repay the favour, and he is then back through at the very next corner.
Yeah, Benelli is the car that got shuttled there down to last place. It's Benelli, second to last place in that medium compound tyre. So a nightmare start there after a great.
Yeah, so Benelli's going to have to try and get through all of those hard runners: Miyazono, Barbara, and De Bruyne.
Fighting hard already on this first lap. As you say, Tom, things to consider is tyre life and fuel. Do you want to be the leader? Do you think you can go faster than the cars around you? That's the thing.
A little bit of a, I don't know if it was a push to pass or it was a, I don't know what it was before, so I don't know if he accidentally, if he repaid him, you know. Carraz is in already on the hard, so he's going to do, maybe he's going to go for the 3-stopper.
Yeah, he's going for the medium tyre, so I wonder if he's going to try and do exactly what we were talking about, a 3-stop strategy there, Jimmy, because...
Cool, I keep jumping ahead of Tom and Jimmy there. Yeah, he's got nothing to lose, has he?
Part of the thing here, if you end up getting shoveled off at the first corner or losing time on the first lap, you're not going to make that back on pace. It's so competitive here, so you have to try something different on strategy. That's what we're seeing Carrazza do at the moment. So Benelli and Cardinal are going to look
illegal blocking.
We'll see if we can look at that in a minute. But your big move
that'll be interesting when we have a look back at that.
Moreno and Cardinal both up 2 places, and Guy Barbara, who was up another place, was just been overtaken again by Benelli. So it's all going off in the midfield. Meanwhile, on board with Rio de Coquebin, seems to be very consistently sort of outside the top 3 right now, but again, a very experienced hand in these cars and these competitions, so never one to write off as we take a very late apex there. Interesting to see the difference in minds between the drivers up ahead here.
I do love this.
Now, and you see the cars darting from side to side, trying to
GT Esports is so good.
320 kph is 200 mile an hour, to give you an idea, and we're almost reaching it as we come down towards T1 before we just throw on the anchors there, try and slow the car down for this hairpin all the way down.
So many gears to get through.
So big braking zone.
Get it in a straight line and then floor it. Try and limit as much wheel spin as possible.
This the longest straight. Now let's have a look at what happened on that first lap. So we've got Benelli with Cardinal directly in front of him. Go through into the tunnel and then burst into the
I don't know if that was
illegal
illegal blocking. I think he just pulled out of the slipstream, didn't he?
Drop down the field. He's managed to recover his way up into 9th place as it stands for now on lap 3. As Cardinal's under investigation.
I didn't see
illegal blocking.
I think what happened there is Cardinal was actually looking at the car ahead of him. I didn't realise Benelli was there as well and just came across. And of course that is a block, whether you mean to do it or not. But we'll see what the stewards
there you go. Once again. Lucifer, thank you for the 199 new Super GT. The reason I enjoy GT4. Nice, mate. Thank you so much for the 199. Guys, we chuck up our money bags for Lucifer. Thank you. Lucifer going on. Is this, yeah, lap 1. Let's see what happens to... So Miyazono actually hit Ura there, that hit Luca Benelli off, unfortunately.
You've got to sort of put it down to that, really, haven't you?
And no, Jimmy will be in the normal one. He won't be in this one. He will be in his employer's one, and rightly so.
Between Drumont and Serrano. Serrano was slightly quicker in the first sector, but then Drumont responded in the second sector last time around. The difficulty here for Drumont is he, of course, is punching that hole in the air in front of
yeah, lots of people will be saving fuel behind him. We can't see it at the moment, but it will be interesting to see how much fuel they've all got left.
Race if he sits there of losing a lap or so.
To be honest, around here I think fuel saving is difficult, especially if you're leading, but we're not really seeing a big divergence in the fuel strategy so far. If anything, actually Paul Jura and Drumont are on about a similar fuel level right now, with Serrano, Gallo and Coquebin being ever so slightly
so we can't see the fuel, which is a shame. We'll see it when they come in.
And if you lift down the straight here into T1, or I say T5 is what it technically is, into the hairpin, you're just going to get absolutely
Barbara, De Bruyne and Benelli all under investigation. I'll be interested to see what happened there.
Big aero. It's like applying the brakes in a normal family car. The deceleration is so much.
So Serrano still keeping the pressure there on Kylian Drumont. He's in a bit of an unfortunate position. He's having to try and attack and defend at the same time. Jura was out a bit wide there down at T5 with Samuel Moreno, his compatriot, directly behind. Through into the tunnel we go. I don't think we're going to see any positions really changing then here.
But look how calm they are down here. Look.
Up onto the back of Kylian Drumont. Is he going to try and think about a move? I wonder if he might do actually on the inside.
Yeah,
it does. So
they make it look so easy, don't they?
And going through
so easy
against the Frenchman. So now it is the former champion who is in front of the former.
So he obviously thinks he can go faster.
What a mistake that is to let Serrano go. He is one of the fastest guys in the world in these cars. I think we'll probably end up driving down the road. Benelli just forgetting where to brake, it seems, and goes bowling.
He did try and get out of the way, but then Kai De Bruyne moved as well.
But Serrano now already starting to stretch his legs and trying to put away from this gap. Now, you said before, Tom, that he's now the one punching that hole in the air. He's not going to have the draft anymore. His car...
yeah, he'll be looking to break that toe.
He'll be slower down the straight. He's not getting that draft, not getting that slipstream. So he's got to do the work in that middle sector to try and put away a little bit.
Yeah, and difficult to do around here because, as you can see, it's so many mediums.
Which I think he can do, to be honest. Aura's up the inside of Kokobun.
Jura on the inside of Rios Kokobun down into turn 5. Gets that move made, and the saving grace there for Jura is, of course, he'll have that slipstream in front of him as well by Valerio Gallo. So even though he'll have compromised his exit a fair bit.
So I think the magic number is about a second for the slipstream. Not quite sure.
To gain that time back as they heading towards the braking zone, and subsequently he's not under any immediate pressure.
Hey Neil, everybody outbreaks themselves, mate. Everybody, even the best drivers in the world, as we've just seen. What's this?
So on board Paul Jura, Kokobun in front here. We're going to dive to the inside, go late. There it is, and the gap is there. We take it.
Got it stopped.
Gives us the space, and through we go into P4. Lovely move.
Yeah, so late, wasn't it? But really set that one up beautifully for Paul Jura. And this is what he needs to do, let's not forget as well. A reminder, he was leading the point standings coming into this one.
But here you go, look. So Serrano is quicker.
From where he started, but progress in this first third for Paul Jura is absolutely critical as to what.
Yeah, he is making his way. He's got about half a second up on Drumont. Plus, if Gallo starts attacking him, there's a chance that he could break that toe if it slows them both down, as they're not allowed to bump draft.
So on lap 7 at the moment, probably seen something.
I'll just say the only thing I would say about Paul Jura is he's used a few litres more fuel relative to some of the other drivers around him. So he's on 68, 69 litres of fuel relative to Gallo, who's on 72, 70 litres.
Yeah, we need to see that, really. That would be nice if we could see that.
In the early stages, doesn't sound like a lot, but those couple of litres.
Thanks, Maris. Let us know if we get to 1,000 viewers. Thank you to everyone who's watching, guys. Sorry about the issues earlier.
It's 3 litres per second. So again,
but it's not about how many times you get punched. It's about how many times you get punched and then get back up.
Get back out onto the racetrack. It's a heck of a lot harder to make that gap up.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's just free time you're giving away there. But that means Jura's had to do that because he's trying to come back through the field. So now maybe that he'll...
But he's okay now. Ura's just... He's good now. He can just sit. He might want to get rid of Gallo.
He might just try and coast a bit more now because this little pack at the front isn't going anywhere.
As long as Serrano isn't getting away. Thank you for the 1,000 people watching. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Let's go. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Now you've got to figure out your strategy. Now you're in your little train. There's a big gap behind them. Cardinal, though, in 7th place, leading up the second pack, as you would say. But Miyazono...
This is fascinating, isn't it?
Barbara still out there on that hard compound of tyre. Karatza choosing not to do that and maybe go for the free stop. Keep an eye on these guys because they're down the field now, but of course that will come back to them when they move on to the faster compound of tyre a bit later on in the race.
Yeah, so Karatza, we think, as we mentioned earlier on, is trying that 3-stop strategy, isn't he? He's got 5.4 seconds off the back.
So he can now go soft and soft again.
So yeah, he's going to be closing up on the back of him before too long, and you would imagine challenging for position.
The only problem is he's going to have a bit of traffic.
Able to then get himself into a nice bit of clear air, run his own race.
Because they're going to go onto the mediums, I would have thought.
It depends very much on what the drivers in front are going to be able to do to see whether
Thanks, Goated Gaming.
But as we said, at the moment, he won't be scoring any points. He wouldn't have been scoring any points down there where he lined up in 10th on the grid anyway. So trying something different.
It's quite incredible to me that 1,000 people want to sit with us and watch Gran Turismo. Amazing. So thank you so
begin
much.
lap 9 out of 35. All pretty static.
I'm trying my best here. I'm not great at these watch-along things. And we had an issue with the sound earlier, so to get anywhere near that is amazing. Thank you so much. How you doing, Matt? Right, Kai's in. What's he going to go on to? They're going on to the mediums. Same as Guy behind him. Let's see where they go up to.
About what we were expecting, about 9 laps or so. I mean, it's, yeah, around there and thereabouts. It was between 7 and 9 laps. It's on the
Interesting. They're doing exactly the same thing.
They're now going to have the quicker tyres towards the sort of...
No one knows what that is, but interesting.
On that hard compounder tire. Maybe he's cooking something. He likes to cook.
They're doing their BB.
We'll see what he's doing, but yeah, being on that hard compounder tire is just going to hurt him now. But Kai de Bruin and Guy Barber there out the pits on the medium compound. Can they come back through the field? They've got a lot
Right,
to
so
do.
Carrazza is closing in on Miazano. He wants Miazano to come in reasonably soon.
I think maybe one more fuel stop for them.
I would have thought.
Here is Valerio Gallo in a moment, behind Kylian Drummond, who's fallen back a little bit now from Jose Serrano. Serrano making a bid for freedom at the front.
Thank you, Encrypt, mate.
A bit of fuel to do so, but it has to be worth it because despite this, I mean,
And thank you. You could be watching the Gran Turismo official stream, but thank you so much.
And that will then eventually take the draft away from Drummond.
Just to remind you, different fuel maps these drivers can run as well. They can run it richer or they can run it leaner, depending on what they want at the time. So as you say, Mo just up the fuel map there for Jose Serrano, just to be expending a little bit more in this early phase of the race, and then they'll have to try and save it a bit later on. For Miazano, as you say, trying something.
Let's listen to him.
I was just looking at his lap time last time around. It was a 1 minute 10.4.
I can't see saving too much there.
In and around him, so he's not setting lightning pace up there. But as you say, trying something different is Takuma Miyazono, trying to get himself into the points, maybe going long on this hard tyre so that he can then have.
If the watch parties do well, we'll keep going.
Use them for less time and then subsequently have a bit more pace once he is in.
No, they use some serious force feedback. Speed running.
P9 for now, as we ride on board here with Valerio Gallo. Dust being kicked up from Kylian Drummond in front of him. It always amazes me how these drivers are able to just thread the eye of an eagle lap after lap after lap. Such consistency.
Yeah, I agree with Tom there.
With the edge of danger.
We've seen it like in previous races where Moreno was doing that, and you see one small mistake and the car is in the wall before you can even think about it.
Yes, they can change the engine map in the fuel map, we call it, Mr. T.
Do we see any lift from
Yes, you
Gallo,
can.
or is he full attack?
Here we go. Interesting, the tyres. Look.
Finally comes into box. Now, what's he going to do? I always watch his pit stops with sort of like a little bit of anticipation. Soft. What's going on here? What's going on, mate?
So what he's done there is he's gone longer on the hard tyre to try and then go on the soft tyre, do as long as he can on this, and then subsequently he'll have a shorter stint on the medium tyre. So the idea being that he'll be able to take as much.
Is he going to get out in front? So that's critical for him.
He's got 6 seconds to the back of Adriano Carrazza, so he can run and clear it. Just set qualifying laps for the next couple. Try and clear that down, and then basically get the undercut whenever all the other pit stop or the overcut is
interesting.
Once it all works out.
Yeah, that is something as well. We didn't really mention that clear air here on a soft tyre is worth.
I think they're sitting behind Serrano at the moment.
8 seconds or so, 5 seconds or so to drive into. So that'd be really, really good for him. Whether that will be the strat remains to be seen, but he was on that tyre just a bit too long. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, these guys know better than I do, but it's always interesting.
No Undertaker, not yet. We've got to get 1,000 likes for that. I don't think we'll get that today, but thank you to all of those who have hit that like button. Thank you, guys.
Not quite there yet, though. Serrano's still leading from Drummond. He was building a gap. That gap's come back down again now. Just showing you how hard it is to break away at the front of this pack once there is a bit of a slip.
Yeah, he's dragging on, but there is a bit of a gap forming to Paul Ura. So.
If you're sitting behind someone, it's basically just like an extra 50 horsepower, so it's kind of hard to put away if you're at the front.
It's the thinking driver's race, this one, isn't it? You've got to play the long game here in these sort of 45-minute, I don't want to say endurance races is sort of not really doing it justice, but it is a sprint. Yeah, it's just a long sprint, really. But yeah, it's one of those where you've got to play the game and just wait and see how it all works out. The difficulty is, if you're leading the race, you don't have any from behind. In theory, it should be a case of follow the leader, at least in the first or maybe couple of
fascinating.
But sometimes it doesn't work out like that. If you're killing Drummond, maybe you try something different. Maybe you pit a lap early and try and get it out of the way.
Interesting difference in lines there between Serrano.
I think, don't we get these races next week? Does anyone know what the daily races are next week? Do we get these races?
Is going to come back to bite him at some point. Tyre life there, bit mixed, but kind of very similar through the rest of the field.
Serrano's tyre's starting to give up. Nope. So if you have a look on the left-hand side, it will tell you how much wear is on each of them. I guess it's a percentage.
We'll say pickpocketed by Ura, and now Moreno doing the same thing as he runs right. Moreno goes up into 5th place. and just about slides past Kokeman. Will we see him attack back?
Oh, we've had this in time trial. Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see Moreno defend here.
Yeah, he's going to try to, isn't he, here, Sam Moreno? But I don't think he really doesn't need to. Yeah, exactly. He's got that gap quite comfortably covered over Rios Scott. But he set that one up about 3 corners earlier. It was a brilliant bit to watch. He had so much momentum out of the final.
Yeah, do lots of custom races, yeah.
Driver, and ultimately he gets rewarded with 5th place. So yeah, Miyazono, what's the gap now down to Benelli? Benelli's just pitted, by the way, so he's gone onto the soft tyre, down to 0.3 of a second.
Burn rubber! Thank you for the 1,000 jewels, my friend, guys. Please chuck up our money bags for Burn Rubber. Thank you, mate.
Another 3 seconds up the road.
Let's go.
To Adriano Carazza. So again, this is the thing for Miyazono. That strategy on the soft tyre could work if you've got clear air and you're not getting your run disrupted. If you need to set these qualifying laps after qualifying laps.
Right, what's happening here? Oh, this is just a rerun of the move on Kokoban. Oh, it's just gone wide, that's why.
A little bit deep, actually, into the hairpin of turn 5. Moreno.
Momo, thank you for the €5, mate. Nice stream to follow. Could you even reach the same level as these guys? No way, mate. No way. Thank you for the €5, though, guys. We chuck up our money bags. Thank you, mate. No, these guys are the top of the top of the top. They are les animaux, if you will.
And that's really going to affect his lap times.
Rotters.
We'll keep an eye on that because that's one
this
thing
lot.
the alternative strategy.
Thank you, Chris.
The pack. It is in a bit of a fuel deficit compared
Thank
to
you to everyone who is relieving their free jewels.
He's got 4.
I think they've given quite a few of these free jewels away, so thank you. Look at the fuel, look. So look how much Serrano's used, 4% more or 4 litres more.
You're gaining sometimes nearly 2 seconds if you've got 6 litres. 3 litres a second is the refuelling time, just to remind
3 litres a second.
And that could prove to be absolutely pivotal in terms of how the race unfolds for the Italian driver. This could be pivotal for Takuma Miyazono.
And for those who are wondering how you gift these free jewels, if you're on a telephone, if you press in chat, there's a little like present button. If you press that, you might have some free jewels. You never know. I have raced a lot of these guys in daily races. Racing them is probably a bit of a loose term. They've overtaken me. So the people that I've raced in daily races are... I've raced Serrano, Drummond, Gallo, Ura, Marino, and Kai de Bruyne. Thank you, Mark, for the 1,000 jewels. Thank you, mate. Redeem.
Let's have a look.
Crikey, what's happened there?
He just keeps it there for now, doesn't he? I don't think he was.
Thanks, Debo, again for the 750 jewels. Yeah, you've worked out how to give your free jewels away, haven't you? Thank you, guys.
Exactly what we saw last time around for me.
Thank you so much. Yeah, race Calstra as well, of course. Here we go. Look, so here are the tyres here. So you can see, like, as a percentage. Look, Sam Cardinal has absolutely destroyed his rear tyres.
But again, Carazza parks the car on the apex, doesn't allow it, and you can see Benelli having to feather the throttle as eventually Carazza then does peel off into the pit lane at the end of lap 16, comes into the box.
Thank you, Robbo.
Off of the medium combat of tyre, and crucially releases Benelli as well as Miyazono into clear air.
That might make a bit of a difference, you know. I mean, that was definitely about a second or so lost in that middle sector for both of them there. Their lap times, yeah, about a second slower than last lap. And now they've got to try and get back into it again. And they'll also to consider that Miyazono.
Thank you, Chris, as well.
Both running very low.
Thanks, guys.
Now, not quite as low as the cars.
Crikey, James, thank you for the 1,000 jewels on the GOAT trophy. Thanks, mate.
For these two, this is the most important.
Look at that top row.
The race.
Gallo still doing a really good job of saving fuel. He's again about 8 litres now up over Jose Serrano the last time of checking it. We've got a timing screen here in the commentary box which gives us live data of what's going on for those drivers. And Drummond on 25 litres, Serrano on 19 litres, Gallo on 28 litres, or now just down to 26. So yeah, it's interesting to see how that ebbing and flowing, but they are crucially coming towards the end of the shelf life of those medium compound tyres. Cardinal's the first driver to blink from sort of the lead group of them who are yet to pit in this race.
How you doing there, noble Kiwi? How are you, mate? Been a little while. Good to see you.
6 places because they're not going to have any life left in the rear.
Cardinal deciding just to fuel her up now, probably to the end of the race. 51 litres going into the car, or in the car, I should say, in total. Onto the hard goes Cardinal. So we might see him just come back in again, bomb some more tyres on, to be honest, because So the hard tire just is not
Yeah.
of any really use around here. It's just something you have to run as part of the strategy. Here's Paul and
I would
Moreno.
be surprised if
Moreno's
Moreno...
on the pace and almost, I think maybe just gives a little bit of a tap
Oh.
there to Paul to unsettle him. Will he try the inside here? No, he can't quite get a move done there.
Interesting.
They're both offline though, both slowing each other down. Moreno there, getting all kinds of sideways, trying to get on the power there. The rear tires.
Thank you guys for the gifts as well.
Starting to get to their limit, I'd say at the moment. Those medium compound, and see a little bit of.
Yeah, he's just going to come in.
Actually, I don't want to do that again, and boxes straight away.
Yeah, so he comes into the pit lane, doesn't he, Moreno? So he's trying to get the undercut then here. Now, which way is he going to
Timmy
go?
Tatra, I had a staycation.
Really from sort of this lead group that we get an idea. Goes on to the hard tyres then in the middle stint of this race.
He's got a gap behind him, or does he? So this is where we're going to see where Benelli and Miyazono are in context to the race.
I think they might do it. Yeah.
There's a bit of fuel going in as well. Keep that in mind. So Moreno comes out. Where is Benelli and where?
We want to know. We want to know where they are.
Yeah, they've done it. Yeah, and they've done
Yes,
it
they are ahead. You can see on the map.
Look, it's not great for San Moreno, but the thing is, all they've ended up doing is holding them up eventually anyway. And for Benelli and Miyazono, it's music to their ears because they needed to leapfrog him in order to make that strategy work. A reminder, of course, that they've already done the hard tyre in this one. No further action for Jura and Moreno for that contact that we saw last time around. So that's good news from that perspective. Meanwhile, sharp end of this one, Gallo still having done a relatively decent job of saving fuel.
We ended up going to the New Forest, Timmy.
More fuel actually relative to the two drivers behind him. And let's see, I think
they're coming in.
I don't think they have a choice because
all of them.
Medium tyres are very much second hand now. Do they go for
look at that fuel difference. Gallo.
In case of what one driver does, the other
I think he's got 3 seconds in the bag there.
Crucially as well. So this could see a change of positions, especially between Serrano and Drummond and Gallo, depending on how much fuel they take.
Is he going to short shift?
He's going to go to basically he's going to have a quicker stop. That's fuel, so he's gone for the soft tyres. He's going to try and jump more in the pit lane and then get ahead at the front and then just put.
I don't know if he's going to come out in front of him though.
Because Drummond and Serrano are out already. No, it's just who is that?
No, so Gallo took more fuel on. He took more fuel on.
Through goes Benelli. Look at him. He's gone up to pole, up to P1.
From behind, so his hand was kind of forced there. Because if he stayed
wow.
in that pit lane for another second,
he's thrown the dice here. He needs to make a move.
Right back into play. He's now on the soft tyre, but of course he's still got more fuel on board because he didn't use as much in that first stint of the race. Now you've got Serrano and Drummond who are on the hard tyre, so they've decided to get that out of the way in the middle stint to try and play.
Yeah, he's going to want to get past, isn't he?
Soft tyre at the very end of this race, but of course they're going to have to make a longer pit stop for their final time in the pit lane here, and you can see just how much more pace Gallo's got underneath.
Should he go around the outside? No, surely not.
This move stick as they go into the tunnel. That's a brave move there for Valerio Gallo as he draws alongside the Frenchman. Drummond's trying to defend it. Up the inside he goes. And
my word!
Into third place as Drummond slots down into
that is insane.
Gallo's got to do it because
I have never seen that move. Never.
Time lost. In comes Miyazono coming. He is coming in now into the pits. Has to do so. Those soft tyres are spent. What will he do now? Will he go to mediums to the end? That might be a strategy that works out. We'll have to wait and see. But meanwhile, we'll keep an eye on Serrano and Gallo. Gallo there now starting to.
You ever seen that?
Serrano should.
Thank you, Miko, for the demo. Oh, he's gone for it.
From another post go. Gallo using that soft compound tyre, getting the car stopped, and now we'll go flying after.
Thank you, Matt, as well.
Great job of keeping his tyres alive compared to Miyazono, who had to box there. So he's been much kinder on his Dunlop soft tyres and now is leading this race at the moment. But Gallo, provisionally, I think overall is our leader.
Yeah, so Gallo, what he needs to do now is get ahead of Benelli, clear off into the distance and just set qualifying lap after qualifying lap and then pit for the hard tyre at the end of this race. That is the only thing that Gallo can do now if he wants to win this one. He did a really good job of
Thank you, Maris. Thank you to everyone who's continuing to watch.
Let's have another look at that move.
Look at that move. Look, ahead.
This is how he got past Kylian Drummond, sent it around the outside as they went through the tunnel, up the inside through into the.
He followed him, did he?
Miyazono said, thanks very much. The door's open. I'll go through that as well.
Disgusting is a good adjective.
Later on in the lap, which released Drummond, but
let's go.
Spectacular to watch.
And guys, by the way, we are just a mere now 9 subscribers away from 454,000. So if you are watching, if you could double check you're subscribed, I bet there's at least one person out there who thinks they're subscribed but isn't. If you could hit that subscribe button, I'd very much appreciate it. I'd love to get to 454,000. Let's see what happens here. How much is Luca Bonelli going to defend?
He's going to the inside. No, he's not. Goes for a lunge.
Nah, not really.
He had to do it there. And now, as you say, Tom, it is qualifying time for Valerio Gallo. Get the hammer down.
Let's go.
And make the use of the fact that you are
first time actually watching these.
The best tyre of the three, and you have
nice.
a clear track. Those things coming together means fast laps. So this is now Gallo's time to try and win this race.
Here we go.
Conversely, let's look at the other side of the grid. Back to P12, Miyazono. He's made both his stops. He's got all his fuel on board. He's taken the fuel to get to the end of the race, and he's got a clear circuit to the end pretty much now.
Yeah, so the total gap for Takuma Miyazono is 36 seconds. Total pit loss time, we're expecting to be 10 seconds plus the stop duration, plus whatever fuel he needs to take on board. Let's call it 21 seconds or so. So what he now needs to do is just take chunk after chunk after chunk out whilst he sat there in that clear air in order to be able to get himself in.
Yeah, I'm enjoying watching this with you guys. I'm enjoying this.
A reminder that he started
this is great.
5 places further up the grid than he sits now. So P7 is where he lined up.
Okay, let's have a look. Benelli's got to come in. He'll be coming in next lap because he's only got 3 litres of fuel left.
There could be some points on offer here for Miyazono. I don't think the podium's going to be in contention, but you never know.
I think he's got a chance.
You think so?
I think he does. We'll see.
Interesting. Really interesting.
A lot of fuel, but Benelli's going to come in the end of this one because he's going to be running on fumes by the end of it, and then you've got all these hard shot runners that are going to come in as well. I think
because the stops are more like 30-something seconds.
Sterling, thank you for the 1 gifted, mate.
So, we'll keep an eye out, of course.
Trusky, let's go.
Decide for this race. It's always like this in these races. Fuel and tyres and the track position, it all comes into it. That's why these races are so interesting here. So lap 22, we still have 13 laps left to run. Gallo is your leader. He's already got a gap of about 3 seconds over Bonelli, who's now
right. Bonelli's in.
So Serrano really has to do his best on this hard compound tyre, and to be fair, he's putting in some good times. We're on 9.5 from Serrano on that hard compound. At the start of the stint, the hards aren't that bad. They're okay, and they sort of stay okay for a long time. It's the softs that really need to be just abused, and Gallo's done that. It's on his fast lap of the race a couple of laps ago, 108.1, so he's got currently got the
right. Is he going to the end?
Now, here's the stop. Look, 26, 27. It's a long stop for Bonelli. Where is Miyazono? So he'll be the first person to give us an idea of how that works out. And Bonelli is ahead of Miyazono. So I think that Miyazono took more fuel.
Interesting.
First of all, he took much more fuel than Bonelli did.
Thank you, Gar. Oh, loads of people subscribed. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yeah, the total gap 38 seconds. So again,
thank you, Gar.
Right, I don't think it's
thanks, mate.
What he needs to do though is just not get too involved with Bonelli, because what is he, 2.5 seconds or so behind the Brazilian driver? If he ends up in a fight with him, even though he's on a quicker compound tyre, that could be the difference. We know how crucial it is to make those moves absolutely decisively. If you sit behind them for even one corner too long, that can be the difference.
So he's built out almost like a 5-second gap, but remember, it's going to flip on its head. Because Valerio, at some point, what's happened?
He's going to have made a mistake, isn't he? He's just got a little bit sideways. That is as close to the limit as you want to get. He is properly pushing on.
His tyres aside, just to let him know
seconds on that soft compound
that they're hurting a bit.
Yes, you know what? With the greatest respect to Valerio, this is sort of what happens. He gets out front, he's got the pace, and then he'll make a small mistake somewhere, which, as we saw in Milan.
But yeah, he's going to have to do the hard as well. Matt, thank you for the 1,000 jewels. Thanks, Matt. Guys, please chuck up our money bags for Matt. Thank you. Matt, can we please chuck up our money bags for Matt? Guys, can we please chuck up our money bags for Matt? Thank you.
Especially in these sort of cars, and they are twitchy, they are difficult, especially as these tyres start to fall away.
They use a Fanatec DD Pro here, I believe. Or Club Sport.
So that basically means you're going to get surprised at some point with some oversteer. And if you're not expecting it, it can be a very nasty surprise. So only 15 litres.
Matt, yes.
Not got much longer on this tyre.
They're going to be into their final stints, but Serrano and Euro are going to have to pit sooner, because you can see they've only got.
How you doing, Uncle June, as well?
In here. I think they are going to. So across the line there will go. It'll be lap 26 where we're going to see those.
Okay, Serrano's coming in.
Taking place, but they have, of course, run that hard compound of tyre. Conversely, of course, we know that Gallo is still going to.
Thank you, Njaro. Thank you, Reggie. Oh, we've got one more. One more subscriber to 454,000. Who's going to be our 454,000 subscriber? Thank you guys so much. Let's go.
But it depends on how much of an advantage they're able to build out. 6 seconds or so sounds like a lot. Once again, those pit stops have worked out. It's not going to be a lot.
Well, just think the fuel difference between Serrano and Gallo.
Thank you, Mystic Bum. For the 1,000 jewels as well. Yeah, really interesting, Maris, that they have Fanatec and Moser as sponsors. I don't know how that's going to work.
in their
Really
overall
interesting.
time and the time that Gallo has saved. So next stop for Serrano, that's what I'm saying, will be 3 seconds longer than Gallo's stop. So that's something to take into account. Where that fits in this big puzzle of
So at the end of this race, Serrano's going to be on worn softs,
I tell you what, I'm really
and
impressed with
Gallo's
San
going to be on
Marino. He's
hards.
got a start to life in this Nations Cup this weekend, in particular, with a challenging time in qualifying, and he's right on the back.
No, we did it. Thank you, everyone. Right, he's coming in. This is it. He's going to be going on to softs now, and he'll fuel to the end.
Really strong performances.
This is it.
Out those creases, really, doesn't he? Here, and you can see
And other people as well. But Drumont,
these drivers, look at how much fuel they're able to take on. Drumont, I think, is the outlier here because
I don't know if he's going to undercut him.
relative to the likes of Serrano, and certainly a lot more compared to Jura and
have a look.
Marino as well. That might put him in good stead in the closing stages.
He might
here.
outperform him.
I think he might.
We'll see. I mean, it seemed like a long time.
Is he going to
There
jump him?
goes Drumont.
He's jumped him.
Yeah, he is.
Drumont's ahead of Serrano. There you go. So saving that little bit of fuel there. Drumont is
Wow.
able to
There you
lead
go.
Jose Serrano in the pit stop, and now is ahead on circuit. No more stops.
And
to be made for these
crucially,
guys.
I think he's outside the
Flying to
slipstream
end
as
now
well.
with his soft compound tyre, but Serrano losing
But who's
that
in-
position.
So,
Yeah, he's out of
Valero
slipstream,
Gallo still
1.6.
needs to pit, Still owes another compound of tyre, which will be slower than the softs. You've got Cockman, who's sort of a bit of an outlier because he's yet to pit in this one. He's some, 20 seconds or so up the road.
So
relative
Gallo's
to
going to be in at
Drumont,
this
who's,
lap as well.
essentially the one who's battling now for the win in this. Gallo and Cockman are going to have to come in at the end.
Okay,
of this
so
lap because
Gallo's
they've got
going to
no
come
fuel
in onto his
left on board.
hards.
But the question
Then
is,
he's
has
got to
Drumont
hang
done
on.
it, or is he going to have done enough to have the overkill,
Let's
the
go.
undercut, really,
This is going to be
relative to
fascinating.
Gallo?
Come
Or is this
on.
middle stint on the soft compound of tyre been enough for Gallo to hold on? We're about to find
Or
out.
will that
Cockman is
little
from second
mistake
place,
that he
and
made
Gallo
cost him the
is
win here?
surely gonna
It could come
in.
down to that.
He's on the in lap now, I think, Tom, going
Yeah.
down the back straight. I think he should have boxed then, to be honest. His last lap was 109.2, so the tyre really starting to fall away from him. Maybe going one lap too long on that soft compounded tyre, but of course
Where's-
he does have to go, I think, to the hard
What?
tyre for the end.
Oh, that's pits. I thought that was how many litres of fuel he had left.
The medium, sorry. After we'll see in a minute, but he'll be on the slower compounded tyre, is what I'm trying to say.
Rich,
So the gap
thank
is
you for the
33
$10,
seconds.
mate.
He's
Great
got
coverage,
fuel as
Rory.
well.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you,
gonna
mate. I'm
be
not doing
very
anything.
close.
I'm just
Charging
talking
right
over
now.
the top of it, mate. But thank you so much, guys. We chuck up my money bets for Rich. And also, guys, thank you so much for the 454,000 subscribers. Incredible. Thank you so much. Mad. Sorry it didn't. Sorry we had a few technical hitches, but we just never gave up. Come on, right. Let's go. 8 laps to go. Coming in with 0 litres of fuel. Okay, he's going to come out in front, right? He's going to come out in front, but can he hang on? That's it.
Drumont is going to have enough to take this.
I don't think so. He's going to have less fuel to put in because he came in later. But
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
So
Very
Drumont's
good
going
point.
around the last corner now, and out goes Valerio Gallo. So Gallo will
Let's have a
win
look.
this race. But
Look how much of a gap he's got.
Compound tyre is going to be a sitting duck, but the gap is pretty significant. The gap. It's about 2 or 3 seconds, maybe more than that. Drumont now coming
Oh, and
through.
the rest,
Gallo's
Jimmy.
going through
And the rest,
T5.
mate.
So the gap is 7 seconds.
So he's got a
Gallo
second
now
a lap.
has to hold on for dear life, 'cause
But they
behind
did
him
say
is
at the start, though, that the hard tyres were a second, 1.2 seconds a lap lower. But then all the time that their softs are going to be degrading, this is going to be good. Don't go anywhere. Let's go.
We're looking around the sort of 109s,
Keep an eye. Keep an eye on that.
I think Drumont
That gap,
is
6.6
right
seconds.
on the heels of Valerio Gallo within the next 3 or 4 laps or so.
But then also, don't count out Serrano.
He's got time to be able to do.
He's
He
there.
doesn't necessarily need to rush it. For the likes of Serrano and Moreno, they're going to hope that they can just follow Drumont right up onto the back of the Italian driver here. Then, so
Look.
the middle stint, whether
Look
he
at it.
won or lost here. for
Wow.
Valerio
They're
Gallo.
taking a lot of time out of him. More than they need.
Started looking at the gap there, so I think
Okay.
it's only a matter of time for Valerio Gallo. He's going to see that too, and that's the worst.
Well, I
feeling
keep
as a
taking the
driver.
words out of Jimmy's
Just see the
mouth,
gap
sorry.
behind you come down by that much over the course of a lap. Now, those hard tyres take a little bit of time to warm up. Once they're there, they are capable of sort of 109s, low 109s. But right now, Drumont's doing 108 with Serrano behind doing a 107.
So Serrano won't
Race.
attack
So
him yet.
Who is the threat here? Is it
I don't
Kylian
think.
Drumont, Jose Serrano, or both of them?
I think it's both of them. I think it's absolutely game on because they're sitting there, lapping relatively similar times, and it's going to come down to
Yes, Marco Dan. Nice.
and then how quickly that battle unfolds in front of them, and how much time.
When do you think that? What you think they'll be with Valerio at lap 32?
Now 2 seconds.
John Dace, thank you for the 31 months, mate. This is an afterwork Saturday treat. Hope you're all well. 31 months. It's been a while. Absolutely, mate. Guys, we check out my Reese for John Dace. Thank you, mate.
He's down in 7th place. He's on the medium tire, but he's on that sort of longer stint. I know you've got the likes of Cockerman, etc., who's up in front, and I wonder if he.
Look at that. 4.3 seconds, 4.2 seconds, 4.1 seconds now.
He's in 7th at the moment. He's on the fringe of the points positions, but some 5.3 seconds back at the moment.
Yeah.
He to hope that they again start fighting in front.
You know, I thought it was some sort
I'd love to know what the lap difference is every time.
I mean, as it all checks out.
Oh, there you go. Just as I say that, it's there. They took 1.470 seconds out of him. Serrano's not going to go yet, is he? He's not going to go yet, surely. Rich, thank you, mate, for the one for becoming a channel member. No, he's going for it. He thinks he can do it.
He wants to challenge for the victory and for maximum points. He's second in the standings, and he now goes through to second in the race against the Frenchman.
He thinks he guys, we need Chuckle Burries for Rich and welcome him to the family. Let's go.
Going from challenging for the win to Serrano.
It's getting intense now, Tom, mate. And the thing is, behind these guys, not too far behind, is Moreno and Euro. So what you're really thinking, I think.
3.5 seconds.
Not whether he's going to win this race now, it's how far is he going to drop down the field.
Yeah, can he hold on? Can he hold on to P3?
He can go around the outside on the soft tyre. The soft tyre is that much better. And now you can see him in the same picture. Look up the road.
There he is.
Serrano will see him too, and that is always just a little mental encouragement. I can see the guy I'm chasing.
Oh, imagine being Gallo here on the hard tyres versus the soft tyres with Serrano and Drummond behind you. Oh!
Gallo, you want to see them fight, but I think they know better than that. I think they're going to just work together and they'll sort it out towards the end.
Di Barbara and Benelli under investigation for a collision. Just saw Barbara dropping down the timing tower, so I wonder if he was the victim or the aggressor in that one. Down the back straight we go, though, with Valerio Gallo. Gap now under 3 seconds.
There is one saving grace possibly for Gallo, and that is the tyre life for these guys.
Yeah.
Those rear tyres for both Serrano and Drummond.
They're going to start getting blitzed.
Their life. So there's a possibility here that as we get further on the race, I mean, Gallo's got to hold on, that's the thing. And we saw towards the end of Gallo's stint that his times really dropped off.
Let's have a look at Benelli versus Barbara then. We just saw this under investigation.
Let's have a look.
Here on the inside.
Oh, yeah.
Barbara ends up in the wall as a result of it. And Cardinal goes through there as well. Right.
It's pretty slam dunk one, that one. Okay, let's see if they're still taking 1.4 seconds out of him. Let's see if that's stopped.
They're going to come into slipstreaming range around 1.1, 1.2 seconds. That's when you'll start seeing the real big chunks being taken out of the race leader. Last time around, just to give you an idea of the difference in lap times, 109.7 for Valerio Gallo, 108.7 for Jose Serrano.
Okay, so it's only a second now.
Between those two.
Whoa!
Times for Serrano and Drummond have decreased.
Yeah, that's what I said, yeah.
So they've lost 6/10 in that second in pace.
That's their tyres wearing.
And we saw Gallo towards the end of his stint running sort of mid-109s on the soft tyre as it got really worn out.
Tell you what, for Paul Euro, it's going from bad to worse. He's just dropped down to 6th place after scoring maximum points in Milan. It could only be 1 point on the board for the man who was leading the standings. At this rate, it's going to be Jose Serrano, who surely will be taking over the top, or it could be Kylian Drummond, depending on how it works
I don't know, they've got to get past, though.
3 laps time. Through to the left-hander we go.
Yeah, they got 3 laps when they cross this line here. When they cross the line this time. Look at the tyres.
Waiting to see how it unfolds in front of him, to see if there's the right.
Look at them. Look how nice Gallows are.
Huge understeer there for Drummond.
They're on him now. Is he going to defend?
And Serrano now is right behind Valerio.
Or is he going to let him through and then come back at them afterwards? Because his best time to get him is down the straight.
Part of the Nations Cup. Can we see Serrano make it 2 Spanish winners in a row here this year? Let's see, down towards the hairpin, not quite close enough for now, but you have to think it's coming soon.
Here he comes.
Gallo's down to a 10.0.
He's here.
The pace differential is huge here, Tom.
It's going to be down into the braking zone.
Is he going defensive yet?
Of course, Serrano's got the slipstream. Gallo does not. Into the braking zone, we're about to head.
He's going to launch it, isn't he? He's got to. Yeah, he's defending.
Forces Serrano's go the long way around the outside, off onto the curb, and enough great attraction.
Where's Kylian? Where's Kylian? Where's Kylian?
Tries to push him towards the wall on the outside and does just about manage to defend the position, but he's going to be a sitting duck surely for this next series. He's got to go.
Kylian's almost there.
Serrano tries to invent something, plays it like a field, switches.
There you go. There's Kylian. I told you. Woo.
So Gallo loses 2 places in the space of 1 corner, and now it's game on for the win.
Wow, look how close Moreno is as well. He might not be on the podium for sure.
It looked like there's a small bump, and that sort of moved Gallo out of the way a little bit. If so, that'll be investigated by the stewards. But if not, this race has just come alive for Drumont and
here we go.
Because Gallo really can't
now
respond
it's
to this pace.
game on.
Let's see what happens.
Let's have a look.
One more with Drumont here. As you go through this little sector, was there any contact?
I think there was.
I think Gallo just
I think there was.
trying to defend there.
Oh.
There was contact between the two of them there. Oh, and Drumont just had a little
I think we
move
just
on
missed
the
it because it went under the shadow, but I think there was contact.
Didn't quite make it work.
Here we go, though.
Drumont, it's his turn to try and get by Serrano. Can he invent something down towards this hairpin?
Gallo's going to lose the podium, I think, as well to Moreno, possibly even Cockburn nipping at his heels before the end of this race as well. So you can see Gallo and Serrano
under investigation. Let's see what happens.
All right, to be honest with you, it's a bit of a race against them. There's a little bit of contact between them, but ultimately different tyres, different strategies, and just converging and trying to fight for position.
Who you got, guys? Serrano or Drumont? Who you got?
That's not allowed, even if it was unintentional. And of course, you have to take into consideration you're on different tyres, and it has affected the outcome of the race as well. So there it is. Penalty. So the stewards
He's got a 1 second penalty.
At fault for that incident, which hands the race to Killian Drumont.
Wow.
So coming on to the last lap now.
No.
Penalty on the back straight, I think the penalty section zone is. And if Gallo can stay close, he might be able
I
to
did
take
see
back
there was
second
contact
place.
under there. I
Has
did see it.
effectively gifted this win if he can just stay
He doesn't
close
need to do
Serrano.
anything.
He doesn't need to send one through on the inside. This Killian Drumont, like you
He doesn't
say,
need to
just
do
needs be
anything.
patient, just needs to bide his time.
As long as Gallo stays far enough back, and he's got his own problems with Moreno behind.
Because it's not only the time you lose, it's also the time you lose getting back up to speed. And Gallo walks through the door, possibly Samuel Moreno as well. So from possibly winning the race to maybe not even finishing on the podium for Jose Serrano.
God, it's making me bite my thumbs. Is this? This is mega.
No stake in the championship as it stands for now, but he has got a stake in trying to get himself back onto the podium position. Side by side.
Whoa.
Serrano nearly loses.
Wow.
Again, and also loses the place to Riota Cockburn. So from the race lead down to 5th place on the final lap for Jose Serrano. How the tables have turned so quickly.
Wow.
Gran Turismo World
Fair
Series.
play to Gallo as well.
And opened
Just
the
hanging
door
in
for
there.
Killian Drumont to walk through it with massive glee. He will come through out of the final corner.
What a race. What a race. Let's go. Woo. So I think what's happened there was contact between Serrano and Gallo first as they went into they went through the shadow. That's what happened. But we didn't see it. But what a race. Incredible.
What drama to end the race there. That penalty, you can argue whether you think it was warranted or not, but the stewards thought that it affected the outcome of the race. And Gallo there, I say a bit of relief for him because he would
look at him.
I think for P2 for him. But this man, Killian Drumont, strong all race,
wow,
fuel in the right place at the right time, and takes the win here at Tokyo. An amazing result for him. And Moreno as well, back on the podium for the third.
That's just how I saw it anyway.
Incident at Milan, at Monza, so he'll be very happy with that.
Killian Drumont will now lead the Nations Cup point standings after all is said and done. Following
here we go.
Emphatic victory. Let's have a look at some
I do want to see this again.
In the opening stages of it, we saw Gallo, Cockburn.
But I don't know if it was a bad penalty. I don't know if it was. I think there was contact between Serrano and Valerio first.
Picking his pocket there as well. Guy Barbara ended up in the wall at one stage.
I'm sure.
Down into the final stages of it, though, it was Gallo versus Serrano in the battle.
Look, watch this.
Gallo just
I think he touches him.
Jose Serrano for a brief moment.
Watch this.
Trying to hold on in vain on that hard compound of tyre, and this is where
there you go. There's the touch. There's the touch under the shadow.
Gallo and Serrano.
Yeah, that's what I said. It was under the thingy. It was under the shadow. So I think it's okay. I think it's an okay penalty. I think it's okay. But then what we saw afterwards was Drumont hitting him afterwards. But
6 points here, and will lead as we head going into Singapore.
That is what happened.
How dramatic do you want it in the GT World Series?
Incredible.
It's what we do here, mate. It's what we do. Never short of drama here. And you have to think it is unfortunate for Serrano. It's a real shame. Definitely not intentional for him, but the rules are rules, and unfortunately,
The rules be the
The
rules.
result was him finishing
Absolutely.
fifth instead of
So look how much
here's
that's
a
damaged
reminder
him.
of your results.
Here.
Winning
I'm
from
interested to see what the
Valerian
championship
second
is here.
and Moreno in third. Kokuben, strong result for him fourth. Serrano down to fifth, and Paul Ura taking the last point here at Tokyo.
Well, points being prizes there for Paul Ura. Very, very important for him to get them, despite the fact that he, of course, was leading the standings going into this weekend. Just 1 point on the board does mean that he will relinquish that top spot.
That's an okay penalty for me.
In the standings, failed to score here this afternoon as well. An alternative strategy just didn't.
Let's
pay
see
off for
what's
him.
done with the championship, though. That's what I'm interested in.
Round two, Kylian Drummond.
Look how cool he is.
Oh my goodness!
What?
Right. Well, first of all, congratulations. It's brilliant. Well done. Did you think once Serrano got ahead of you after kind of like that last pit, I thought, oh, he's just gonna sit there anyway, and then he got the penalty, and then it was just right for the taking. What were you thinking at that moment?
Yeah, all of the race was pretty calm, just managing the tires and the fuel. But the last one, like always, I mean, still chaotic or maybe dramatic. But yeah, on the
yeah, we'll never know who would have taken it without the penalty. Who knows? But I think it was the right call.
Because I was a bit slow.
Unfortunately, a big fan of Jose Serrano, but I do agree with the call.
For gaining pace, but then yeah, you're going to catch Valerio with the hearts, and I don't know what's happening. But for me, in my view, I saw the contact with Vale. I touched a bit Rossi, and Rossi touch a bit Valerio. But for me, it's not decided to one single penalty. And even that, we don't have.
I mean, to be honest, guys, the main thing is, did you enjoy it? Can you give me a yay or a nay? Was this a successful watch-along stream? Do you think? Did you enjoy it?
It was kind of crazy that last.
We'll definitely give it another go if you guys think it was good.
I don't even know if you know what happened.
For sure.
Behind you, you have any idea of what went on after the overtake?
I'd love to know. Or if there's anything other than the sound issues, of course.
But then that's the first time I've seen like
other than the sound issues, like
that's kind of mad.
We can fix that for the next one.
Yeah, it was.
Other than that, I hope it went all right, and I hope kind of like my kind of insights or what I'm giving my view on stuff was okay as well.
I just focused for the last lap and then celebrate.
That's a good way of looking at it. But also,
I wouldn't watch it if you didn't. Oh, nice, thank you.
Did like pole for like qualifiers, then sprint, and then grand final all in a row. When was the last time that happened?
Did he grand slam that?
I can't think of it. Normally it's like someone gets two.
Fair
and then
play.
Grand final no. So.
Maybe Rossi. I don't know because he win everything last year, so maybe him. Oh, in the last finals, he win the 3 races and then the grand finals on the Fukuoka. So.
You know what, I can't remember. Who remembers? There's too many races. But anyway, huge congratulations. Let's give it up for our round 2 Nations Cup winner, Kylian Drummond.
I always get a bit like nervous with this sort of stuff because I never do these sorts of things. So I'm glad you enjoyed them.
Well, we will do that.
Right, here we go. Let's have a look.
The point standings, because now it is a Frenchman on top.
Oh, look at how much that helped.
From Jose Serrano and Paul Ura, who are tied for second place.
So you got round 3, which is Singapore. And then you've got the World Finals, which is in Tokyo, isn't it?
Just 4 drivers yet to score.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I will move my camera position for the next one.
In particular.
Yes,
really,
that's a great shout.
Very interesting now with the round 3 and the World Finals still to come. Of course, a reminder, you can vote for your Dunlop Driver of the Day. Drummond, Gallo, Moreno. I don't know. I'm not quite sure who I'd pick.
Well, it's a good thing you don't have to. But don't forget to
foot cam as well.
Let us know.
Should we get rid of the foot cam as well? We can do that. Yeah, it's been good. You say all the things we're interested in. Oh, excellent, excellent. And guys, I guess the question is, give me a yay or a nay. Do you want to do this again?
To bounce back for him. It makes it 3 different.
Do you want to do this again? Just give me a yay or a nay.
In Tokyo as well.
Because before this, I wanted to go to Singapore. Now,
on the ground here,
I really enjoyed
Japan,
this.
As we await our top 3 finishers making their way to.
Really enjoyed it.
Sheer delight for the drivers here in Tokyo, and a great way for action to continue.
Cool.
There is Kylian Drummond, your race winner, making his way onto the top step. For the first time in 2026, that's his 9th Gran Turismo World Series event.
That was pretty conclusive.
In his 45th start. for
I told you, the old hands here. They're good. Killian, Valerio. Fair play to Marino there. Fair play.
For Samuel Moreno as well.
It'd be cool if you could react from the venue.
For the Spaniard.
Ooh.
Now time for the trophies to be presented, but not before the national anthem of our
That could be cool. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Toro Rosso. Fair play. Fair play. Animals. Great showing, though. Second round from Marino. That's a great showing to be in P3. Just go to Tokyo, I'll buy you a sake. Or a snake. Oh, no, a sake. I need to get that hat trick of Pro-Am wins as well. But I've really enjoyed watching this with you guys. I really have. Super cool.
Vive la France, as we say in Tokyo. A great job from Kylian Drumont to take his first win of 2026. Joined on the podium by Valerio Gallo and Samuel Moreno. What a great round two we've had here in Japan. Now time for the trophies to be presented. Ryo Shitaru from the Mazda Motor Corporation will award the third place trophy. And of course we'll go to Samuel Moreno. Great job from the young Spaniard. His first year of competition.
Nice, fair play to him.
Series, just 18 years of age. He's got to be delighted with that one. As Shitaru-san congratulating the top three finishers. Second place trophy awarded by Koji Kamaje, the Toyota Motor Corporation. Presents the second place award to Valerio Gallo. Really managing to turn those fortunes around after the difficulties in Milan back in May. It's P2 for the Italian here in Tokyo for round two of the GT World Series.
Hey, language rage, come on, mate. I don't know if it was. I don't know. I think it was. I mean, you can argue on the severity of the penalty, but it was definitely contact. There was definitely contact. This is always cool. You never, ever, ever get old of this.
His way onto the stage here at the Polyphony Digital headquarters in Japan. And for the first time in 2026, he can hold the winner's trophy aloft. Kylian Drumont takes the win.
Well done,
and
Kylian.
also leads
Good job,
in the
mate.
point standings as well, going into Singapore. Jimmy, I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, the X2019 always providing close and fun racing in the GT World Series. I think that'll mean a lot, of course, to Gallo. I think it's his first podium for quite a while for him after a bit of a drought. And Moreno, of course, his first podium at all in a
Morning, Carranza.
Gran Turismo World Series event. So some very happy faces down there as well. And, of course, sets the stage nicely for Singapore a bit later on this year.
Singapore.
And that is the next time we will be resuming action for the GT World Series in 2026. The first weekend of October, we head to Singapore. Thank you so much for joining us in the commentary box this weekend in Tokyo. From Jimmy Broadbent and from myself, Tom Brooks, take care, and we'll hand down to Jules to say goodbye.
Right, guys, that was spice.
Nice.
Spicy racing. Huge congratulations to all of our drivers today. Everyone really has put their heart and soul into be the best they can be. And don't forget, we will see you also on the 3rd of October in Singapore. We're going to find out if Serrano's going to take this line down, or is he going to push back and try and steal it back from Dumont. We will see you
been cool.
next time. It's goodbye from Tokyo.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Enjoyed that. Well done, Gran Turismo. Nailed it. Nailed it. Right. I think that's the end of it, isn't it? There you go. It's done. It's done. Ooh. Guys, what did you think? What did you think? What did you think? What did you think? Oh, actually, I could probably have that in the background, couldn't I? Let's put this here. Oh, the thing's still going in my ear. Let's not do that. Let's have no more sound issues, shall we? Guys, thank you for an absolutely... Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Oh, that's gone as well. Where's that gone? That's weird. Some weird stuff going on today. Some weird stuff going on. But guys, thank you so much for absolutely everything. I massively appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. If you did, if you could hit that like button on the way out, I'd massively appreciate it. If you could subscribe as well if you're new around here, or if you haven't already as well. Thank you for the 454,015 subscribers. Absolutely mega. We got the sound issue sorted, which was the main thing. So apologies for that earlier. We learn. I didn't even know you could watch it through the PlayStation. So we'll be doing that for sure next time. That would have sorted everything. Would have been no problems at all. But thank you so much for everything. I've now got a decision to make. Do we go to Singapore? Do we go to Singapore or do we do another watch along here? I don't know. We'll have a chat. We'll have a chat. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for everything. I hope you enjoyed it, as I say. Sorry, it's the first time I've done this, so there's a few creases we need to iron out. But thank you for all the likes. Thank you and welcome to all the new subscribers. Thank you to you guys who continue to remain subscribed. I massively appreciate you too. Thank you for all the gifted memberships. Thank you for everyone who's become a channel member. Thank you for all of the jewels and the super chats as well. But most of all, guys, thank you for just choosing to spend a little bit of time with me on this Saturday afternoon. We'll be back here as per usual on Monday morning for the new daily races. But until then, guys, I hope you all have a lovely morning, evening, afternoon, and remainder of your weekend. And I'll see you back here once again on Monday. Take care now. Good night. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, wow, bow, wow.